pitcher, 197 Conklin Avenue, Binghamton.
Hello and good evening. For the final time this regular season, Black Bears hockey is on the air. We want to thank you for listening in to Fox Sports 1430 on the radio side or on the YouTube side of things at the Binghamton Black Bears official YouTube channel. It's been a marathon to get here. 56 games comes to an end tonight, but the Black Bears will still have hockey to play next week as they will be the higher seed in round one against the defending champion Watertown Wolves. As we get set for playoff hockey, still one regular season game left to go through tonight. It won't matter in the standings as everything has been solidified in the Empire Division, but for the love of the game, we play the 56th and final contest here tonight. Thank you for listening in to the Triple Cities Family Dental pregame show. Triple Cities Family Dental always makes your smile their priority. Schedule an appointment today by calling them at 607-545-4148. We got a full house up here in the Jeff Kai's Auto Sales broadcast booth tonight. My color commentary partner, Alex Jones, will be on the microphone in just a minute. We got Cole Parenti standing by ringside after an extended spring break vacation, which seems like it was forever ago. But we want to thank Cole for his hard work and service as an intern once again this season with the Black Bears. It's time for Black Bears Rewind, talking about last night's 10-3 victory over the same Elmira Mammoth. As I welcome in my partner, Alex Jones. It was a slacking, as you referred to it, Alex, on the air.
Yeah, 100%, Brooks. Really just a post-to-post beatdown of the Elmira Mammoth in First Arena. Their fans getting to see their Mammoth for the last time that season, and just domination in all three phases by the Black Bears, Brooks.
Yeah, and Binghamton had a ton of people last night, Alex, with multiple points. I was looking at the stats earlier today, updating it. Any Black Bear who recorded a point last night had at least two. So just a funny little tidbit, if you're counting people who only finished with a point, Jesse Anderson and Austin Thompson tied at the bottom, along with Connor Smith, who is a little bit in murky water because of a scoring issue with two.
And Brooks, he 100% scored that goal.
Yep, so that was a little bit of funny tidbit for everybody keeping track in their scorebooks back at home. Don't know how many fans score a hockey game if they're not actually there, or how many do if you're not up in press row. But for what it's worth, Tyler Jurich finished the night with 5 points, 2 goals and 3 assists. Don Oliveri had 2 goals and 1 assist. Austin Thompson, a goal and an assist. Tyson Kirkby, Gordie Howe hat trick. He had 2 goals, an assist, and a fight. So Tyson also did get the gate early in the game, but can't say that Tyson's not a tough guy. Actually, believe it or not, going into last night, and I believe the number is still correct if my notes are right. These are, of course, non-kept notes from the league. Tyson Kirkby leads the Black Bears in fights, and not Justin Coachman. Kirkby's ahead of Coachman by 1 fight.
Well, I think it's interesting too, Brooks, because you do get that sort of respect between pugilists where a lot of times guys don't want the smoke from somebody like Justin Coachman, who's a heavyweight in this league. So guys are more likely to go with somebody like Tyson Kirkby where they think they have a better shot, who's more of a light heavyweight to a middleweight.
All right, that was Black Bears Rewind. Come back. We're going to take a dive inside the Tully's Coaches Corner for the final time this regular season. Back with you after these messages on Fox Sports 1430 in Binghamton. Welcome back into Black Bears hockey. You're listening to the Triple Cities Fanlit Dental pregame show. Caught up with Coach Sherwood for the final time this regular season, talking about how to approach this game even though you have your opponent locked in, knowing that you're going to face off with the defending champion Watertown squad next week, how you go about business tonight in the final regular season home game finale. But that's enough from me. You want to hear it from the big man himself, Brant Sherwood. So here's our Tully's Coaches Corner interview with interim head coach Brant Sherwood. Take a listen. Now time for our final edition of the Tully's Coaches Corner for this regular season. Coach Sherwood, we are at game 56 out of 56 in this FPHL season. You took over the team right before the New Year's as we turned the calendar to 2023. Last night you guys were able to defeat the Mammoth 10-3, really put an exclamation point on the way that you guys played in the second and third, outscoring Elmira 8-2 across the last 40 minutes of play. What did you like about last night's contest?
We just kept getting better with each period. Our lines were coming in waves. Each line basically contributed or helped out the team in some fashion. So no, I was very happy the way we played in the road earlier this week. I talked about our road games, how we need to clean it up. I still don't like some of the goals against, but obviously we're having a lot of fun and scoring goals offensively.
Yeah, you guys were able to put 10 up on the board, or at least in double digits for the fourth time this season. And it was a little bit fitting that all the way back in game 1 this season that Binghamton scored 10 goals against Elmira, and in game 55 they were able to do the same thing. Let's talk about special teams. Last night you guys looked to be pretty good on the penalty kill, and you were able to put a power play goal in the back of the net in a key time in the game to really give you some cushion against Elmira before you guys really pulled away. And we also saw some people swapping positions, Oliveri playing center, Anderson playing back on defense in the third period. What about some of the special teams and combinations really stuck out to you?
Well, our power play has been awesome all year. I try not to put my hands on it too much, allow creativity. I give them a little bit of a blueprint, and then I let them read and react out there. So there's a lot of interchanging up top. There's a lot of chemistry, too. These guys have played together for almost half a season or a full season, so they know where to expect each other. And all I want is, like, eventually when they do get it set up is get some shots. If it's going across ice or that imaginary line down the middle, we got to be ripping shots. So they've been doing great at that. And then PK was great last night. I think we ended up letting up one as soon as the guy got out of the box. But other than that, we're getting the puck 200 feet. We're winning draws off PKs in the D zone, and yeah, committed to blocking shots. Yeah, I'm very happy with our special teams. We can always clean up our 5-on-5 though.
You have one final game here tonight against Elmira. You talked about it a little bit. What does this game mean for the guys involved, even though you have your playoff opponent solidified already, but you get essentially one more tune-up before the games really start mattering next week in the first round of the playoffs?
This is purely for love of the game. I want us to play the right way. I want us to pay attention to details and habits. I don't want any bad habits forming because it's a meaningless game, or it doesn't matter for where you're at in the standings. But yeah, this is strictly just a pride game. Like, how much do you love it? How much do you love to compete? So I expect them to show up and put out. So yeah, I'm very excited for tonight.
Is there anything that you're looking into tonight based on the guys in the lineup going in for the playoffs next week? Is there anything that you're trying to notice before we get to Friday night?
Mostly just defensively, being on D side of pucks in the neutral zone, being committed to our D zone with our weak side winger, helping out in the slot. Getting pin situations below the goal line, and then pinching them off at our D zone blue line. So basically everything defensively is what I'm focused on. I think we're doing very well offensively the past couple weeks, and if I can harp on those, because in playoffs it's much harder, and you have to rely on your defensive play.
All right, Coach Sherwood, thank you for your time.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Brooksy. Always appreciated.
All right, the finish line is in sight for the Black Bears. Regular season finale getting ready to come up after these messages on Fox Sports 1430 in Binghamton. welcome back in for the final segment of tonight's Triple Cities Family Dental pregame show. Brooks Hill and Alex Jones on the ride with you tonight, along with Cole Parenti, who is down ringside. Got a few more segments to wrap up. We're getting to tonight's injuries and scratches for the Black Bears, presented by our friends over at the Court Gesture Athletic Club. And Alex, a couple of guys out of the lineup tonight. Jake Schultz still out with a back tweak, but that's just precautionary, as it doesn't make sense for anybody who might be slightly hurt to be playing in this game. Brendan Stanko caught a little bit of the stomach bug last night during the game and warm-ups, so he has got the night off after he has qualified to play in the playoffs as the collegiate rookie, playing in 5 games with the Black Bears. Josh Newberg, Andrew Logar, Kyle Powell, the extra scratches tonight, and Jeremy Forget is the third goalie. He is out of the lineup tonight, as McVeigh will back up Taylor Joseph in this regular season finale. Those are the Court Gesture Athletic Club injuries and scratches. Getting ready for the presentation of the national anthem. Starting lineups for the Black Bears. Actually, let's get to the Elmira squad first. Jim Jensen's going to start on defense with former Black Bear Eric Oganezov. And Nick Gullo and Ricard Jalinkis will be on the forwards, along with former Black Bear Gino D'Angelo on this top line for Elmira. The rest of the Black Bears make their way out of the locker room and onto the ice. Elmira still coming out through the tunnel, getting ready. Just like we started the season, we have a solo artist doing the national anthem on the electric guitar. That is some exciting stuff. And Alex, before we throw it to commercial real quickly, what is going to be the key tonight for the Black Bears to skate away with unneeded 3 points?
Basically, Brooks, what it's going to be is just get out early and often on the Elmira Mammoth. They need to get on them as soon as possible, as early as possible, and really get aggressive with them. Because if they can get up on them early, I feel like this team is going to fold, and it's going to make your night a lot easier. As we saw last night, the Black Bears stacked a few goals in the second period, ended up wrapping up the game early for the Mammoth.
All right, we're going to take a timeout, come back. We're getting ready for the presentation of the national anthem and the BAE Systems opening faceoff. Back with you after this on Fox Sports 1430 in Binghamton.
For classic rock and blues band Hot Dogs and Gin. He's also a cellist with Senior Binghamton Youth Symphony Orchestra. Ladies and gentlemen, let's rock the house and welcome Aiden Huber.
That was a local high school senior, Aiden Hubert, performing his rendition of the national anthem on his electric guitar. That started game number 1 all the way back on October 14th, and it's also going to close out the regular season for national anthem performances. A little bit of housekeeping before we get to the puck drop tonight. Some awards going to be passed out right now, and so I'm going to throw it down to PA announcer Frank Perney for the award presentation.
For their efforts this season, here tonight to present the Black Bear Awards, Binghamton Black Bears owner Andreas Johansson. First up with 2 goals and 22 assists in his second season as a Black Bear, he surpassed his point total from last season in 20 less games, leading to the Federal Prospects Hockey League Young Star Squad. Give it up for defenseman number 15, Colin Fitzgerald.
Colin Fitzgerald being named to the FPHL Young Star Squad. 24 points on the season for Colin in 20 less games, surpassing the total from next year. So a big congratulations to Colin, and one more award to be given out.
Earning call-ups to the ECHL and named 2022-23 FPHL's Defenseman of the Year. Congratulations to Black Bears captain, Junior Schultz.
And Jake Schultz has been named the FPHL Defenseman of the Year. And Alex, 2 straight years that the Black Bears have had the Defenseman of the Year, so hopefully that continues to be a trend here in Binghamton.
100%, and Jake Schultz fully earned that award. An incredible job along the blue line for him, both being able to jump into the rush and defend the blue line.
So, also with the downtown doubleheader tonight, a ceremonial puck drop is going to take place. A couple of them tonight, actually, and the first one's going to be Rowdy the Rumble Pony and his new bestie, who is yet to receive a name. So fans, head over to the Rumble Ponies website. If you think that you have a good name for their new female mascot, you can suggest it. So go ahead, check out the Rumble Ponies. Some of the guys were over there earlier today. Colin Fitzgerald threw out the first pitch. A couple of people say it was a ball, but it made it there. Didn't bounce it to the plate.
Yeah.
He's got a big baseball heritage in his family. As it looks like Nick Gillow forgot that there was multiple puck drops here tonight. And Alex, I'll let you talk about this next ceremonial puck drop because you're a little bit closer to this one.
Yeah, head coach, newly appointed varsity head coach Patton Taylor, coming from a D1 pedigree, playing baseball at Penn State. Recently joined the Owego staff as a strength and conditioning coach in the past few years and has now been named head varsity coach there.
All right, looks like the carpet's being pulled up. The ice crew's making their way back to the corner. Looks like we are set here. A little bit tardy to the party tonight here in Binghamton, but we had a lot to get through. And now we are squared off for the BAE Systems opening face-off. Right here, it'll be the captain, Nick Gullo, for Elmira, facing off against Jesse Anderson. First time since Jesse Anderson's return that he's not going to be paired up with Connor Smith and Brendan Stanko, as Brendan Stanko out with the stomach bug tonight. Brett Parker slots in to Stanko's spot, and I'm looking forward to see how he is going to react. Tonight's first period brought to you by our friends over at Dragon Billiards Instruction. As always, we are underway here in Binghamton. Puck finds its way up to the blue line. A wrist shot from Coachman is tipped high above the net of Danik Rodriguez, who was out of the lineup last night for this Elmira squad. Black Bears chased starting goaltender Thomas Proudlock out of the game, and Harley White relieved the starting goaltender last night. And Harley White is doing the backup duties tonight for this Elmira squad. Elmira looking for their second win over the Black Bears as D'Angelo throws a shot that's blockered away by Joseph for the first save of tonight's contest. You know that D'Angelo would love to grab one back here in Binghamton against his former team. Jelinkis will chip this one into the corner, stays in play off the top of the glass. Joseph met with a little bit of pressure behind the net, but he steers it on the backhand for Fitzgerald, who clears the zone temporarily. The young star gives up the puck, and a shot from the point is denied by Joseph. 2 blocker saves so far for 72 in black and green. And Gavin Yates on the first line change of the night for the Black Bears starts his engine, goes solo, 1-on-2, gets around Martia partially. He's going to circle behind the net, try to stick handle in a phone booth, but it'll be knocked off of his stick, and Josh Sanchez will go the other way. Sanchez has a clearing attempt blocked partially. It finds the tape of Tyson Kirkby, who will settle it down wisely and start a breakout from around the goal line. Moving through the middle of the ice, Gavin Yates almost blew a tire, but recovers nicely. Down at the goal line, tried to play it back up for the point. It's intercepted by the Mammoth, but thrown down the length of the ice. This is icing against Elmira.
And that's a huge one, Brooks. Elmira on a long shift, not able to get those guys out as fast as they would like. Let's see if this second unit for the Black Bears can take advantage. Kirkby, Jurich, and Yates love some of those set pieces you can get from the face-off. And let's see if they can do that with Don Oliveri slotting in behind.
Oliveri at the point. Takes the face-off back from Gavin Yates. Oliveri throws McGuire down to the ice. And McGuire got an early gate last night along with Tyson Kirkby for being the 3rd man into an altercation. McGuire through traffic throws it onto the chest of Joseph. And Joseph will hold on to, and so far Elmira with the first 3 shots of the contest trying to pick up right where they started last night, or where they ended last night, I should say. Elmira did score the final goal of the contest with under a minute left to go. Granted, it was their 3rd goal of the night. Binghamton already had 10 up on the board, but nonetheless, Elmira the last scorer in the series, and they're trying to be the first one tonight. Anderson and Lopez tie up with each other. Dalton Anderson, that is, for Elmira. Gets it back to the blue line, and a wrist shot's put on, is easily turned away by Joseph, standing up tall with the blocker. 4-0, Elmira leads in the shots on goal category. Thompson will backhand one in, down low for Lopez. Lopez tries a stuff chance out in front for Thompson, who was in the right spot at the right time, and the Black Bears are on the board with their first shot of the game.
Yeah, and Brooks, an excellent job by the Black Bears, really opening it up there, getting CeeLo. Sorry, as I compose my thoughts here, Brooks. Chad Lopez gets up on the rush, forces a turnover, gets the puck behind the net, slides it right to Austin Thompson as he goes around the net. Thompson stuff chance, 5-hold on Rodriguez, and we got our first goal of the game for the Black Bears.
Yep, take a look at the Heinz Energy replay for our friends over on YouTube. Lopez tried a stuff chance. And actually, that might have just been a centering pass for Thompson right out in front. Goes between the 5-hole of Danik Rodriguez, and the Black Bears are up 1-0, looking for some more. Lopez tries to drag around. Lewis will chip it back into the corner. This is touched by a high stick. We play on, though, from Oganezov, as Thompson was the first one to make contact with it. So it's Austin Thompson from Chad Lopez at 2:27 of the first period, putting Binghamton up 1-0. Lopez holding the line as Boydlar was pinching in. Oliveri, a wrist shot through traffic, never made it there. Boydlar throws it on target. Rodriguez closes the legs tight and hangs on for a whistle with 16:53 left to go.
I know we said it last night, Brooks, but I am not envious of anyone who steps in front of a Don Oliveri snap or slap shot.
All right, and also we're giving away an ATV tonight thanks to our friends over at Excite Motorsports. So they're getting ready for the Chuck-a-Puck finale here going on during the first and second intermission. So they'll be calling out names all night long. Set play off the face-off. Smith with the wrist shot.
And the header by Rodriguez, Brooks. That's impressive.
Yeah, he's going to check to make sure all of those straps are still connected. Very good, clean win by Jesse Anderson right there. Coachman fakes like he's going to grab it. Let Smith circle around behind and put a wrist shot as close to the target as you can. It goes off the top of the goaltender's mask and into the netting.
Well, and a lot of times when a guy's down in a butterfly like that, you'll have some goaltenders flinch because they don't see the shot until late. Smith with an incredibly hard shot, a big forward who can really wheel that shot around and gain a lot of momentum by flexing those modern sticks. Get a lot of bend to them, which creates a lot more torque to put the puck on the net. And that looked like one of those shots. Such a hard shot right at the mask.
Friendly reminder that tonight's first period is brought to you by our friends over at Dragon Billiards Instruction. Learn, shop, and repair all things billiards at their store in Vestal. Check out their website at dragonbilliardsinstruction.com. Momentarily pause in the action as the equipment staff for Elmira is tending to Denick Rodriguez's mask, making sure everything is still intact.
I'll tell you what, Brooks, one of the scariest ones I've ever seen at NHL level was Mike Richter for the New York Rangers took a slap shot directly to the forehead. It literally cracked his goalie mask directly in half. That was one of the more awe-inspiring things I've ever seen.
Well, these two teams opened up the season against each other, but things definitely have changed since game 1 to 56. Only 3 of the Elmira Mammoth members, who played in game 1 are playing in game 56. Thomas McGuire, Harley White, and Stravos Solius, but Solius might actually be a scratch tonight. I don't see 27 dressed in white on the bench. I might get a better angle in just a little bit, but those are the 3 members of Elmira who were on the roster game 1. Mike Constantino was the night 1 starting goaltender. He's now their interim head coach.
Well, isn't that the interesting thing, Brooks, how at times you find talent where you don't expect it. Finding a guy who, you know, is a goaltender for you, and all of a sudden he becomes your head coach, and has led this Mammoth team in the second half this season to some success.
All right, looks like we're ready for action. Coachman throws a shot that's off the leg of Brett Parker out in front. It ricochets back up to the blue line where Fitzgerald puts it right back in down low. Anderson now circling around the face-off dot. Plays it back to the defenseman. Fitzgerald's wrist shot fluttering towards the net, but Rodriguez caught it with a body save and trapped it against his chest, and her hang on to that. Go ahead.
One of the interesting things I've noticed the Black Bears have been trying to set up is a lot of tip plays, Brooks. You have to think that something in the scouting reports telling them Denick Rodriguez likes to be more of a stand-up goalie than a butterfly goalie.
Face-off one back by Anderson. Smith trying for a turnaround shot. He puts it wide of the target. Forward over to the rebound, trying to backhand it out of the zone. Sanchez cannot. Smith does a good job of holding it in temporarily, but on second try, Elmira will clear. Coachman plays it through the middle of the ice, going to be tipped on the way through. Linesmen wave off the icing call. Chris Martia playing it up for Sanchez. Goes off of Sanchez's stick, and Yarwood almost had a clean entry right into the zone as Elmira thought about going off for a line change with the puck right at the red line. Yarwood and JT Walters paired up tonight on that second defensive pairing. Justin Coachman and Colin Fitzgerald on the top line, and Mathieu Boilar and Don Oliveri on the bottom pair, but those are really interchangeable just based on the situation that you need. Pretty evenly balanced. You have a true defensive defenseman on every pair, and you also have an offensive-minded defenseman as well tonight for the Black Bears. 15:30 left to go here in the first period. Walters behind his own net, looking for the breakout. He's met with pressure from behind. McGuire tries the stuff chance, and once again, a turnover from behind the net for the Black Bears leads to an Elmira goal, tying the game up at 1.
And you know what, Brooks, that's just a constant theme so far this season for the Black Bears. Turnovers in their defensive zone leading directly to goals. You really left Taylor Joseph out to dry on that one. This is something I'm guessing Elmira has seen in their film of Binghamton. Defenders like to hold the puck behind the net. It was a 2-man trap. Get the forward in, press the defenseman, make him give up the puck. Other forward comes in, puts it in the back of the net. An easy goal for the Mammoth.
All right, let's see how the Black Bears respond here. Gavin Yates off the face-off. Comes in, late developing 2-on-1, centering it out in front for Kirkby. Off the toe of his stick, finds its way into the corner. Lance Hamilton getting the only assist on the goal from Thomas McGuire. Back up to the point for Yates. Playing it down low for Oliveri, who's pinched in right now. Kirkby from the goal line trying to center up Tyler Jurich. Misfired Oliveri on the backhander. And Binghamton reclaims the lead just like that in a blink of an eye. Don Oliveri picks up his 11th of the season. And the Don of Binghamton continuing to impress.
An absolute masterclass right there by that line. Excellent puck movement, creates space. You create havoc within the Elmira Mammoth defensive structure, force them to get out of the positions and out of the man they're marking. Don Oliveri gets it onto the net. Yates with a great pass to him. Don Oliveri, recognizing that Rodrigue was down in the splits, gets it on his backhand and lifts it over the glove for the second goal for the Black Bears.
So Tyson Kirkby extends his point streak to 7 straight games. He's also riding a 6-game goal scoring streak coming into it. Back up to the blue line. Boilars looking for a tip in from Mac Lewis. It steers into the corner, chipped out by Elmira. And now Lewis back up to Lopez with a lot of open ice. Just on top of the hashes, he gets back checked from behind from Elmira. And the puck flutters its way back out to the red line. Lopez trying to one-touch it over for Thompson. Knocked away by the Mammoth squad, and Josh Sanchez skates away. 1-on-2, throws a shot off target. Lopez over to the rebound, leaving it over for Oliveri through the middle of the ice. Thompson tried a drop pass over for Oliveri. Teams volleying for it back and forth right now in the neutral third. Oliveri with a big hit on Anderson against the wall. That'll get the crowd energized a little bit as Boilar tries to settle it down on his forehand. He skates out of his own zone with control. Thompson crossing over the line with Boilar will just dump it in behind the net of the Elmira goaltender. Thought about going off for a line change, but Elmira got the puck back so quickly that he couldn't stay off. Down low, McGuire, the Elmira goal scorer, takes a little bit of a double team hit from, it looks like, Boilar and Oliveri. Lopez back up to Samaro, getting our first look at Justin tonight. Lopez in his own face-off dot beautifully puts it on the backhand for Samaro, who does a good job dodging a hip check, riding it right up into the air and not going into the wall.
Samaro, who had his first fight last night, right, Brooks, or is that Logar? Logar had that last night, you're right.
McGuire coming in looking for his second of the night, trying to tie the game back up at 2. Denied by Joseph. Cudmore's shot blocked on the way through by Smith, and now the Black Bears come the other way. Toe drag move from Smith, trying to shelf it. Maybe off the helmet of the goaltender, misses on the side of the net. Coachman's shot tipped out in front by Smith, and Rodrigue will hold on.
Tell you what, Brooks, that was an incredible attempt by Connor Smith. He saw the littlest crack of a shooting opportunity right by Danik Rodrigue's helmet. Tried to put the needle through the thread there and really just put it right off the helmet. Unfortunately, went wide of the net.
All right, we're going to take our first media timeout of the night. Black Bears lead 2-1 over the Elmira Mammoth right here on Fox Sports 1430.
Let's welcome the Worldwide Sports Supply Ice Crew. All right, everybody, it's the regular season finale. Thank you for coming out. And love that we are rocking being #1 this year, so I'm in section 1 for the lucky seats. How you guys doing tonight? Good. How's that for a start? Gotta love it. Well, you're also going to have a great start because you guys get tickets to the first postseason game next week against the Watertown Wolves. Let's hear it for these guys.
Welcome to Binghamton. The Black Bears lead 2-1 here over the Elmira Mammoth. Don Oliveri breaks the 1-1 tie with his 11th goal of the season. And as you said, Alex, a beautiful pass from Gavin Yates. Tyson Kirkby also with a good secondary helper down low, extending his point streak.
100% Brooks, and it was an incredible pass to Don Oliveri by Kirkby, and then Yates. Yates really selling the shot from the point, gets it onto Oliveri's stick as Anderson sets up for the draw, fights in front of that, and the Black Bears lose the puck.
Yeah, Samara was almost in a perfect spot had he been looking for the puck in the right spot, but how could you tell that it was going to be coming off of a couple of skates and a couple of deflections? Put right back into the Elmira zone, held in temporarily by Fitzgerald. Smith does a good job while the puck is on the blue paint to knock it in down low. That allows Binghamton to get on the forecheck. Elmira captain Gullo now skating with the puck. Plays it off the glass back into the Binghamton zone where Justin Coachman will chase after it. Play it over for Fitzgerald, trying to connect on a stretch pass with Samaro. Not in stride, but the Black Bears come the other way. Anderson in down low, trying to go forehand, backhand, poked wide at the last second. Walters back up at the point, playing it off the glass. Down low, trying to get it to Samaro. Anderson blocks a clearing attempt as the Black Bears put a shot wide of the target. Cam Yarwood pinching in. Yarwood behind the Elmira net, circling, looking for a man. Smith out in front. Anderson tried to settle it down, but it rolled off his stick at the last second. Linesman's going to say icing against Elmira, and this should come all the way back for an offensive zone faceoff.
100% Brooks, and what I think Jesse Anderson was looking for in that last offensive chance, he was driving the net hard, and he went to go throw it he went from his forehand to his backhand. I think realizing as the Elmira Mammoth defenders skated toward the crease and stopped, an excellent opportunity to bank the puck off a skate into the back of the net. As we got a false start on Gino D'Angelo.
Yeah, it looked like the linesman was going to kick the Elmira player out of the faceoff dot, but we dropped the puck anyway. Kept on going. I think the teams were a little bit confused, but it ends up on the stick of Jelinski's. Tries to chip it into the near side corner for D'Angelo, but Gavin Yates is right there to pick up the puck. He's backchecked by his former teammate D'Angelo. Yates behind the net, circling around, no opportunity for the stuff chance there. Drops it back for Walters with a rising one-timer off the glass and back up to the line for Yarwood. Jurich tries a self-pass, cleaned up by D'Angelo out in front, playing center for this Elmira squad right now. Gives Yates a little bit of a bump. Held in by Yarwood. Yarwood's done a good job of holding pucks in so far in this one. Jelinski's tries to skate it out of the zone. Yates temporarily keeps the puck in, but it's in control by Eric Oganezov. Former Black Bear as well, spent some time with the Delaware Thunder during the middle portion of the season. He's going to clear it. Walter slaps it all the way up for Jurich. Tyson Kirkby trying to get in the goal column tonight and extend his goal scoring streak to 7 games in a row with a goal. Yates met with pressure from behind from Sanchez, and looks like Elmira is really jumping at Binghamton so far, Alex, every time that Binghamton pulls the puck behind their own net.
Yeah, Brooks, not allowing them to set up those stretch plays, the breakout plays that teams like to run from there, and it's a smart strategy headed into the playoffs to get this sort of thing ready.
Gavin Yates receives a pass that was stolen away by Boilar. Fanned on a shot just inside the dots. Richards back up to the point. Oliveri didn't get everything on it. Elmira wanted a whistle. The goaltender did not cover it up. We continue to play on here as Stephen Ford has it on his forehand. Tries to clear, turns it right over to Oliveri. Down low for Lopez. Oliveri, Lopez play catch with each other. A lot of time and space for Oliveri. Finds a man open. Lewis for Boilar. A wrist shot through traffic is swallowed up by Rodrigue with 9:20 left to go here in period number 1. Black Bears lead by 1, 2-1 the score. Back with you after these messages on Fox Sports 1430.
Thanks, guys. Make sure you call Mark Fair for all of your plumbing, heating, cooling, and water treatment needs.
Let's be real. The ice always looks perfect, right? Ben over here in section 16 for tonight's season ticket holder of the game. It's my buddy, Scott Green. Scott, having a good time tonight? Wonderful. I heard you swapped seats tonight. And he still pulled away victorious with a free oil change from our friends at Avery Auto Service. Now's the time. I just got mine done too.
Welcome back to Fox Sports 1430 in Binghamton. Binghamton with 2 goals to Elmira's 1 so far in the contest. While we have the opportunity, let's talk about tonight's officiating crew, brought to you by the Atlas James Construction Company. It's the same exact crew that we saw last night in Elmira. Jared Matrano, Kyler Spice, the referees, Michael Imperio and Isaac Kessler on the lines. And in a game that had 102 penalty minutes last night, Alex, don't have any so far through the first 10 minutes and change.
100%, and it's just been a solid period of action from the Black Bears, you know, getting up at 2-1 as we get more and more, as we get.
Come on down to the table entrance right now. Able winger.
All right, back at the action here. Thompson and Lewis trying to fight for a loose puck. Elmira will slap this one down. Boilar gives chase to it, and we're going to come right back for icing the other way. So that'll take 8 seconds off the clock. Take a look at this opportunity for the Black Bears here. Lopez and Oliveri playing catch with each other. And Oliveri saucers a pass all the way up to the line for Lewis, and Boilar's wrist shot is caught as there was nobody out in front screening the goaltender.
And I think, Brooks, even if Don Oliveri had gotten his stick on that one for a tip, Danik Rodriguez was down in the butterfly. That puck's not getting in the back of the net.
Thompson now crossing over the line on the back end, drops it back for Boilar. Slap shot off the side of the post. Back up to Oliveri on the opposite side. Oliveri skating in, gets it on his forehand, hangs on for a wrist shot just above the glove of the goaltender. Goes off the glass and Boilar could not play it. Look out, here comes Lance Hamilton. His angle is cut down as it makes its way behind the net. McGuire, looking for his second of the night, is denied by Boilar as that shot never made it to the net. Boilar and McGuire getting a little physical with each other. Boilar will hop off the ice for Fitzgerald on a partial line change for the Black Bears. Beautiful read by Fitzgerald, and the young star comes away. Backhand out for Thompson, denied by Rodrigue. Puck still available as it finds its way into the corner. Oliveri holds it in, dumps it in cross corner. Black Bears not on top of that puck as it comes back out to the red line for Luke Richards. Richards run into by his own man, and
apparently McGuire wants the only goal tonight.
Richards just looks back up at his teammate like, come on, man. You might see that one on NFL Sundays a little bit later on in the season. Connor Smith, one touches it up for Anderson. 3-on-2 for the Black Bears if they hurry. Throw on the brakes with Brett Parker down low near the goal line, trying to start a cycle with Anderson. Those who started the season with each other were more on the Black Bears on opening night, as we talked about Elmira, as these two teams were game 1 of the season and also game 56. Tristan Mott comes in, has a wrist shot that's seen all the way by Taylor Joseph and held on to. And doing some research about how the roster has changed throughout the season. So Gavin Yates, Tyler Jurich, Austin Thompson, Cam Yarwood, Jesse Anderson, and Brett Parker are still on the roster and playing tonight for the Black Bears. Josh Newberg's still on the roster along with Jake Schultz as well. Those guys, with Kyle Powell, those guys are out of the lineup tonight. Two members who played for the Black Bears on opening night are now with the Elmira club. Gino D'Angelo playing forward for Elmira as of lately, and MJ Merkel as an assistant coach due to his injury.
And was Oganez, I know Oganezov was here before, was he in the opening starting lineup as well, Brooks? Or?
Yeah, you know, he did not play opening night, but Eric Oganezov was in the opening day roster for the Black Bears as well. Good catch by you, Alex. So a lot of guys involved from opening night to where we are, game 56. As they fight for the puck down low in the corner, D'Angelo plays it over for Gullo. Gullo giving a bump and a nudge from Colin Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald with his first fight of the season last night against Tristan Mock. And while all that fight was going on, Connor Smith was able to put one in the back of the net, and they gave it to Andrew Logar. Hasn't been changed yet, so unfortunately it will have to stand in the record books as Andrew Logar's first multi-goal night for the Black Bears. But at this point, you really don't care how you get them. You just care that you get them.
And that they're more than your opponent gets.
Yep. Walters behind his own net. Glides a backhander over for Anderson. 2-on-3 for the Black Bears. Anderson goes behind the net. One-hand stuff chance denied by the goaltender, Rodrigue, doing a good job holding the post. Walters wants to join the party. He's going to come in, join the rush. He gets double teamed by Schmidt and Cudmore down low. Kirkby tries to play it for Yates down low. Yates steering on the backhand. He has 19 goals this season, looking for 20. Yates also leads the team in assists for the Black Bears this year. And you wouldn't have thought about it, but Gavin Yates missed a month of playing time this year due to a concussion. He's got 37 assists for Gavin Yates this year from Plymouth, Massachusetts. Stretch pass, just skates right by the goaltender. And Oliveri guilty of icing that puck, and this one's going to come back in the Binghamton zone.
I think Oliveri on that one was gambling that he would be able to hit it off the goaltender to break the icing.
Take a look at this Heinz Energy replay from Jesse Anderson. That takes a lot of strength to try a stuff chance with one hand and control the puck. And unfortunately for Anderson, Rodrigue was in the right place, holding the post. Keep this a one-scoring affair. It was 2-1 when we went to the locker room after one last night. Elmira would be content to get to the locker room down by 1 or tied here on Saturday night. Kirkby at the line, had it poked away, and Sanchez is off to the races. Gavin Yates is back defensively, and a beautiful play by the forward skating backwards. Yates back up to the point to knock away that scoring chance. Jensen shot through traffic, gets denied. They stay with it, and that time I might have ricocheted off the side of the post. Anderson, I believe, broke his stick on the way through if he was still out there from the icing call. There's a broken twig right out in front of Taylor Joseph.
I believe it was one of the Mammoth, Brooks, maybe Hamilton, who broke their stick. It sounded like on the tip and it hit it right in the middle of the shaft, which snapped it in half. Which, when I saw him skating towards the bench, it looked like that's the direction player without a stick was headed, was the Elmira bench.
Yeah, he's gonna get dropped off on the Elmira bench. That's a good eye by you, Alex. Joseph had to make a save, I believe, without looking at the puck, as he was trying to locate it. Elmira trying to bank one off the goaltender and get a cheap one. Shots are 12, Binghamton 7 for Elmira so far in this one, where it matters the most. Black Bears by 1 as they lead 2-1. Samaro reverses it on the backhand, and now I'm starting to see a trend right here. Elmira wanting to pressure Binghamton anytime they hold the puck behind their own cage. Up to the, go ahead, Alex.
So here's the thing about it, Brooks. It's sort of like in basketball when you have a full court press on. You want to trap them before they get out from behind there. However, once you get through that initial pressure, normally the ice really opens up.
Yeah, Thompson on the right wing. Tried to find Chad Lopez down low. Instead, it's intercepted by Elmira. D'Angelo's going to skate the other way. No quarter given by Oliveri, as the Black Bears slap it back and forth with each other. Samaro couldn't hold it in inside the zone. Boylard just behind the red line. Beautiful pass over to Oliveri. Oliveri given a nudge by Cudmore, and then Cudmore sent down to the ice by Oliveri. We play on. Lopez up to Samaro, holding in for the defenseman. Lopez does the wise thing, just play it in down low. Thompson's waiting for it. Black Bears will roll a partial line change. Oliveri trying to chip it off the wall. Connor Smith couldn't keep it in. Knocked right back out to the red line for Anderson,
who had to play some defense last night, Brooks, as we had quite a few defenders in the penalty box.
Yeah, Jesse Anderson showing that he can be a Swiss Army knife for this Black Bears club. Schmidt on the backhand, trying to wrap it out of the zone. He is successful as Coachman, fresh out off a line change onto the ice, plays it over for Fitzgerald. Brett Parker now with it in his own zone. 3:10 left to go here in period number 1. Chipping after it, trying to center up, but nobody positioned in front of the crease for the Black Bears. Lets Thomas McGuire come out of the zone with the puck 1-on-2. McGuire against Coachman, and Coachman throws him down to the ice. Fitzgerald tried to steer it over to his defensive partner, but stolen away by McGuire. Hamilton in between the hashes, denied by Joseph. Good save by the Black Bears goaltender. Coachman steering in between his legs, nifty pass from one of the veteran defensive guys for this Black Bears club. Allows Jesse Anderson to come the other way with Parker and Smith. Smith in between, poked it wide. Grade A scoring opportunity below the dots and in between the hash marks for Connor Smith. Away from the play, Smith and Gullo get tied up. That allows JT Walters to get up to a loose puck. Steers it back on the backhand. It's on target into the glove of Danik Rodriguez, and here hold on for a whistle with 2:15 left to go. We'll do the same, take a momentarily pause in the action here. Back with you after these messages on Fox Sports 1430 Binghamton.
After separating, he dedicated the past 37 years to his family's auto repair business and volunteering with scouting organizations. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome U.S. Army veteran Joe Simmons. Joe, please stand and recognize with American Electric, the Black Bears, and all of our fans recognize you and thank you for your services and sacrifice.
Sports 1430 in Binghamton. 2 minutes and 15 seconds left to go in the period. Black Bears up 2-1. Shots on goal, 12 for the Black Bears, 8 for the Mammoth. Trying to rally the last contestant for the final Chuck-a-Puck winner of the season. All 27 members were called, contacted, entered in to win a finale opportunity here. Trey Miller, looks like you're going to be the 5th and final contestant. Only if the price is right. Walters, slap shot, friendly fire as it goes off the leg of Gavin Yates. On top of the crease, Kirkby on the forecheck. Tyler Jertz is going to try to shovel this puck out of the pileup. It'll find the stick of Luke Richards, though. Chips it off the Black Bears bench. And Taylor Joseph is going to have to come out, play the puck, steer it into the corner. Yarwood taken down from behind. We play on here, as I believe the stick got caught up in the skates of Cam Yarwood. Black Bears will clean the puck out of their own zone. Give it right back to Elmira, though, and Oganezov plays it off the wall. Batted out of the air like a rumble pony for JT Walters. All the rumble ponies in attendance tonight for the game. They had the downtown doubleheader first leg today earlier against the Somerset Patriots at 1 o'clock. Rumble ponies were out on the concourse signing autographs as well. So we want to thank the baseball team for being in attendance tonight. All the front office staff are here as well. So big day for Binghamton sports. Also, the Binghamton University Bearcats are playing at home today in their new facility. So a big day for sports in the 607. 60 seconds and some change left to go here in period number 1. Black Bears up by 1. Lance Hamilton cutting through the middle of the ice, has the puck knocked away by Chad Lopez, who was choking down on the stick. Boylar's pass blocked on the way through by Hamilton. McGuire from a very low angle goes on the outside of the net. Hamilton chasing over to the rebound. 45 seconds left to go for Tyler Jurich to rev it up and cross over the blue line. Saucers over for Yates, too far to handle. Lopez, a shot denied by Rodriguez, can't handle the rebound. Lopez centers up in the skates of Jurich. 30 seconds left to go. Stephen Ford lost his handle on the puck. Gavin Yates gains control behind the net. He's going to circle around in between the face-off dots. Looking for a man to pass to. That time ricochets off the mask of the goaltender again. Puck stays in play. Penalty coming up against the Black Bears as Mathieu Boilar guilty of an offensive zone face-off infraction. 13 seconds left to go, and it looks like Elmira is going to have the game's first power play.
Yeah, Brooks, you can't take that, unfortunately, you can't take that penalty there. Now, with 13 seconds left, it's going to give Elmira an incredibly limited opportunity to get a good power play chance in this first period. However, this is enough to get off a set play. Binghamton should be concerned. You can't have that penalty from Mathieu Boilar right there, unfortunately. Just gets his stick in the feet of the Mammoth player and takes him down to the ice.
We're going to have Cole Parenti standing by rinkside in just a little bit. As the Black Bears win the face-off, they throw it down the length of the ice, and that'll do it for the first period. Black Bears will be on the Northeastern Striping Corporation penalty kill to begin the second period as they do what Alex mentioned, win the face-off and clear it down the length of the ice. Black Bears making their way back into the locker room. Cole Parenti is going to grab Don Oliveri tonight for a live interview as we are back to that. And Oliveri circling around Cole like he's a shark. All right, looks like we should be good to go here. All right, Cole Parenti, ringside reporter, standing by with Don Oliveri. So go ahead, take it away, Cole.
All right, guys, I've grabbed Don Oliveri. Don, you guys give up the equalizing goal, and moments later, you find the back of the net. Can you tell me how that puck found Twine?
It was honestly just a great play by everybody. The AT went around the world, was super patient, found me back door. It was just overall good play by everybody, hard work. And we're just doing what we got to do to stay hot and roll in the playoffs.
Don, you go into the second period up by 1. What did you like from your team's performance in the first?
Honestly, I know, this game doesn't mean much, but we're playing hard. We're trying to get this momentum to go into the playoffs, which is good. Some teams kind of just shut it down and wait. I love that the boys are going. We're trying to figure out, the holes that we have right now. So we get in the playoffs, we're 100%. We just steamroll through everybody.
All right, Don, one more before I let you go. As you mentioned, this game doesn't really mean much. How do you keep it in perspective and focus on coming away with a win tonight?
Just work hard, and like I said, we just got to keep our momentum and do everything right. And like I said, we just got to fill those holes that we have so when we go in the playoffs, we can give 100%. And like I said before, just steamroll through playoffs.
Thank you so much for your time, Don. Good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you.
All right, Brooks, Alex, back to you guys.
Thank you, Cole. Excellent job, and good to hear from Don Oliveri right before he makes his way back into the locker room. And Alex, even though he knows that this game doesn't really mean anything, he was very upfront about it, that he wants to find out what the holes are in this Black Bears team before the playoffs come around.
100%, Brooks, and as a veteran of this team, a guy who has played in a lot of those games, one of the people who young roster know what to expect when it comes to the play.
All right, we're going to take a timeout. Motorsports intermission report right after this quick break on Fox Sports 1430 Binghamton.
Your Binghamton Black Bears are headed back to the Commissioner's Cup playoffs for the 2023 season. Playoff tickets are on sale now. You can purchase them on the third floor of the Vision Veterans Memorial Arena by calling 607-722-7367 or visiting Ticketmaster.com. Your Binghamton Black Bears are back for year 3. Season tickets are now on sale for the 2023 and 24 hockey season in Binghamton. Stop into the Black Bears office on the third floor of the arena or give the office a call at 607-722-7367. Black Bear fans, it's now time for the Bricks Barber Company Clip of the Week.
And drives the net, trying to find the puck. George puts it in a goal!
There he is,
There's the record, Brooks!
It's the all-time record for Tyler Jurich. Centered up by Gavin Yates. The whole team is going to come for Jay off of the backup net. The confetti has popped.
Bricks Barber Company located in the number 5 Commons at 41 South Washington Street right here in downtown Binghamton. Give them a visit today.
If you're looking to install a beautiful, durable, and handcrafted countertop, call Alice James Construction. The Southern Tier's most trusted stone fabrication will design and install your dream countertop and let you choose from a premium selection of natural stones like marble, granite, or quartzite. Stone or granite countertops starting as low as $35 per square foot installed. Schedule your free quote and receive a free sink with your countertop project. Call 607-275-5495.
You make me think of good things.
Good things.
Like calming tempers down.
Good things.
And passing them around.
So stand up and cheer. Well, that's gonna be a good thing.
Share a good-natured Canadian Pilsner.
Are you looking for a new place to live? Lofts at JC is the official housing partner of the Binghamton Black Bears and the only luxury housing provider offering both 2 and 3 bedroom units, fully furnished for a modern living lifestyle. Lofts at JC is centrally located in the heart of the Tri-Cities area, located at 128 Grand Avenue in Johnson City. Housing applications are accepted online at loftsatjc.com. Once again, that's loftsatjc.com.
Magic, 1017.
Best radio station. Keeps getting better.
Better music selection.
Best ever. Makes me feel better.
Number 1 for music and fun.
It's like the best ever.
Magic 1017. 100% local.
A wreck is a wreck. An arrest is an arrest. Alcohol, cough syrup, painkillers, sleeping pills. It doesn't matter. Impaired is impaired, and it will be prosecuted. Going out tonight? Your local police will be out too. Don't drive. Get a ride. Brought to you by your New York State Stop DWI program.
Into the slot, and Kirby scores on the one-timer.
You do not want to miss 1 minute of Binghamton Black Bear action this upcoming season. With individual game tickets as low as $10 and outstanding group rates, there is no reason to wait to get your tickets to book your group. Call 607-722-7367 or check us out online at binghamtonblackbears.com.
Don't settle for less. Ask for American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning. American Standard, built to a higher standard.
Fans, the Black Bears will be hosting the first round of the Commissioner's Cup playoffs against the Watertown Wolves. Game 2 will be on Saturday at 7 p.m. and, if necessary, Sunday at 6 p.m. Go ahead and head on over to binghamtonblackbears.com and get those tickets now and pack the building for the Commissioner's Cup playoffs.
Welcome back for the final segment of the Excite Motorsports Intermission Report. We're going to take a quick peek at the out-of-town scoreboard. A couple of games that really matter, none more important than the Carolina-Columbus game going on right now for first place in the Continental Division. We also have everybody else in the league taking part in some games right now, so you can always follow along on federalhockey.com. Mississippi down by 1 to Motor City, 3-2 in favor of the Rockers. Danbury leads the Prowlers 2-1. Watertown leads Delaware 3-1, trying to avoid the sweep. And in the game that matters the most, nobody on the board yet, is Carolina and Columbus are still at zeros. That's a look at the out-of-town scoreboard. Come back. We'll have the second period right after this on Fox Sports 1430. Welcome back to the second period, brought to you by our friends over at the Lofts at JC. And Alex, the Black Bears are going to start a man down as they are on the Northeastern Striping Corporation penalty kill to begin the second period tonight.
And just an unfortunate penalty right at the end of the period by Metsu Boilar.
Boilar will be sitting down for the next 90 seconds if Elmira does not score on the power play. Black Bears did a really good job last night on the power play, even though there was 102 penalty minutes. Realistically, Elmira only had 4 true power plays, not 12, if you followed the game sheet that was posted online. Samaro giving pressure on the forecheck shorthanded along with Brett Parker. Darrell trying to find Brett Parker in the open ice. Parker gets it to his forehand, circles back, doesn't like a shot that he sees, and the Black Bears are going to play keep away from Elmira.
Interesting that the two-man trap is not on for Elmira in the power play.
Coachman will risk this one all the way down, right on target, where Rodriguez has to steer it over for Oganezov. Dropping it back over for Richards. This will be a 200-foot breakout for Elmira. Now, coming through the middle portion of the ice, that's Josh Sanchez. Back up to the blue line for Richards. Oganezov operating at the top of the umbrella right now. His shot's going to be blocked, and this is going to be a shorthanded breakaway. 2-on-0. Austin Thompson and Mac Lewis. Thompson, a shot denied by Rodriguez.
Oh, Brooks, that is scary. I didn't see who it was for Elmira. Lost an edge headed into the net. Looks like it's Richards. Lost an edge headed into the net and just head first right into the back of the net. You never like to see that.
No, very scary play. Luke Richards getting up on his own power. Took the net right off the Mornings. Looks like he's going to be okay.
I was going to say the officials are kind of sending him out of the game, basically just saying, listen, we got to have you seen by the trainer. That was a scary, scary play, Brooks.
Well, it looks like Richards is okay. He's going to take a spot right in the middle of the bench.
A very timely place to add there, Brooks.
We'll take a look at this high energy replay. Richards was trying to make his way back up, I believe, to his feet. Didn't realize how close he was to the net and collides as Elmira ices the puck on the power play. 7 seconds left to go in the man advantage for this Mammoth team, trying to tie the game up.
Be interesting to see if Coach Sherwood takes, yep, and that's, as I say it, Brooks, that's exactly what happens. JT Walters comes off the ice in preparation for Mathieu Boilard, allowing the Black Bears to do a basic full line shift here, even though they're on the penalty kill.
Face-off going to be won by the Mammoth as they go forward with the puck. Sanchez dropping it back over for Mock. Boilard up and ready and has returned. Elmira falls to 0 for 1 on the power play tonight, but they did score right after a penalty got up last night. Looks like it could be another 2-on-1, 3-on-1. Smith throws it on target for Roderick to make the save, and here hold on to it. And last two opportunities for the Black Bears, a 2-on-0 and a 3-on-1 like there. Me personally, I would like to see a pass.
That I also, Brooks, I think on the first one, it was at Thompson, 2-on-0. That's not a bad opportunity. From there, however, Connor Smith, I'd like to see that pass to Jesse Anderson. Anderson at a very good angle behind the net.
So the top line back out after a very important penalty kill for the Black Bears. Keep this game in favor of the home squad. The Jurich line with Kirkby and Yates out on the ice. It finds its way all the way back to Mathieu Boilard. Should be fresh as he had a long break to begin the period. Martia tries to pinch in. Gavin Yates didn't know he was behind him. It's kicked back out into the neutral zone where Elmira takes back over control temporarily. But Martia gives it right back to Mathieu Boilard. Boilard steering through the middle of the ice on his forehand. Plays it over for Tyson Kirkby. Black Bears are on sides. One timer from Oliveri off target, but off the boards. A lively bounce. Those were part of the boards that were taken down last night for the Jeff Dunham comedy show. Centering out in front, Yates took it away from Kirkby. Didn't know that that pass was not intended for him. Held in by Boilard, all the way around the boards over where Oliveri will pinch in, steered on the backhand. Nifty move, comes in with a slap shot. You're not going to stop that one. Don Oliveri, second of the night. Black Bears now up by a pair.
I'm honestly shocked that Don Oliveri on that one didn't pull a full CR7 with the full celebration. That's what I thought he was going for. And absolutely filthy handles from Don Oliveri there. Gets on a spin move, gets in front of the net, gets it on his forehand, risks it in the back of the net for a beautiful, beautiful Black Bears goal. Their third of the game, as he actually went with the slapper, not the wrist, Brooks.
Yeah, look at this. Spinorama.
And then we got a timeout on
slap shot.
Not a bad idea for a timeout here. Your team seems like their legs have been a little dead coming out of the locker room. Real slow going, allowing multiple 2-on-1 opportunities, not moving their feet and staying with the defender, just going for a stick check, similar to an arm tackle in football. Smart move by coach here to call that timeout, calm your team down, tell them to get back to their fundamentals, and force them to really take a deep breath and relax.
That's the first goal of the second period. It's Don Oliveri's 12th of the season, second of the night. Gonna wait to see how they're gonna divvy out the assist on this one. Believe Boilard could get one for just wrapping the puck all the way around the boards. Good heads-up play by Oliveri. Started skating backwards, a little bit of a pirouette, like a ballerina. And then comes in, and unlike a ballerina, absolutely hammered a slap shot. Don Oliveri is his second of the night. And Mathieu Boilard does get the only helper. As just he only wrapped the puck around the boards. It's the right play. Leads to an assist for Mathieu Boilard from Ascot Corner, Canada. He's got 10 assists, but look out. Here comes Elmira the other way. And Jelenkis cashes in, cutting into the Black Bears lead. And we're at a 1-goal advantage once again as Elmira gets their second of the night.
And Brooks, that's the kind of thing that can happen once you get that 2-goal lead. It's the reason it's known as the most dangerous lead in hockey, because you can get a little bit on your heels, you can sit back a little bit, and all of a sudden, now you think, hey, we got this big lead. Nope, Elmira jumps up on the rush, catches defenseman very much out of space there. Yarwood really had pinched down on the boards, not realizing a forward had come down his side of the defensive pairing. Wide open shot in a very prime real estate shot, or very prime real estate spot for the Mammoth.
Face-off won by the Black Bears as they now have a 1-goal lead. Ricard Jelinski's gets the goal. Nick Gullo, the captain for Elmira, gets the only helper. A lot of goals with only 1 assist tonight. The only goal that has a pair is Oliveri's first of the night from Kirkby and Yates. But look out, this could be a turnover. Richards with a shot blocked by Coachman in traffic. Remember that blocked shot from Justin Coachman right there. Cudmore throws one through. It's knocked away by Fitzgerald off the knee of the young star. Elmira works it in down low for Tristan Mock, and now Elmira's playing with some tempo here. After that timeout, they have a goal. Schmidt throws a shot into the body of Coachman. Rebound tipped in out in front, and Elmira has tied the game up at 3. Luke Richards celebrating at center ice. And we have a 3-3 contest between the Mammoth and the Black Bears. Looks like that timeout came back and proved dividends.
And Brooks, it also allowed Elmira to stop the bleeding in a sense. I think this may be a moment that the Black Bears look on as a regrettable one. But as we've seen all year long, Brooke, in the second period, the Black Bears struggle getting the puck out of their own zone. They allow their opponents to spend a lot of time there, and by doing that, they give them more and more scoring opportunities, which we just saw from the Mammoth.
Back to center ice, 15:32 left to go. Crowd falls silent a little bit here as the Mammoth have 2 goals in less than a minute. Luke Richards had a goal last night, has one now tonight. Justin Schmidt and Thomas McGuire on the assists, and Jesse Anderson will skate across all 3 lines. He throws on the brakes just below the face-off dot. Tries to start a cycle with Brett Parker. Parker puts on a tight turn. Centers up, but Anderson was behind the net. Boy, Laura slap shot, and I think that went off the mask again of Danik Rodrigue. Oliveri tries a clearing attempt, temporarily blocked by Elmira. Hamilton will throw it in the zone on the backhand. Set up for Oliveri. And now Oliveri coming into the zone. Tries to skate through the defense on the backhand. Tipped just wide, looking for the hat trick here. With 2 goals in the period, would have been his 3rd of the night. On the forehand, very low angle, Oliveri with a little bit of a heat check there. On a wrist shot, that'll ride the glass all the way out of the zone. And Boilar chasing after it behind his own net, and there again is that pressure from Elmira, not allowing Binghamton to settle down the puck. Now a wrist shot tipped wide by the paddle of Joseph. Go down as a save for the Alberta native. Both goaltenders dressed tonight for the Black Bears natives of Alberta. Joseph from Sherwood Park and McVeigh from Calgary. That's Anderson giving a man a rough ride right in front of the Elmira bench. Smith and Oganezov tie up with each other. Stuff chance for Parker denied by Rodrigue. Fluttered back out into the neutral zone by JT Walters. Partial line change going on for the Black Bears right now as they get the top line back out on the ice. Yarwood and Walters, the blue liners. Turnover though, Jelinski's trying to drag around Yarwood, and Yarwood blocks it with his skate down to the ice. Yarwood a little shaken up. He's slow to get up, but makes his way up to his feet. Jurich. Snake eyes, toe drag. Out in front for Yates, and the Black Bears have the lead right back. Gavin Yates picks up his 21st of the season, and Binghamton back on top.
And that's why the Black Bears are in discussion as one of the best teams in the Federal Prospect Hockey League. The ability to create scoring opportunities like we just saw. Jurich started that all off with an odd angle shot attempt from the left side. Gets a great rebound from Danik Rodrigue, takes it behind the net. Everybody on the defense sucks right over to Jurich. Jurich finds Yates on the back door in front of the yawning cage.
It's a good look at it from our Heinz Energy replay, and now the Black Bears see if that gives them a little bit of a wake-up call. Kirkby will lose an edge down below the face-off dot. Boilar and Fitzgerald now paired up with Justin Coachman. or no, excuse me, that's Tyler Jurich. My eyes are deceiving me here in game 56 of the season. Open man Kirkby's on sides, fires a slap shot, shouldered away by Rodrigue. They're going to say that stays in play as it rides the top of the glass. Elmira comes the other way. Sanchez plays it over for Schmidt. Throwing on the break, knocked away, but Elmira was offsides as they entered the zone. Gavin Yates was going to be in all alone for a breakaway opportunity, but go ahead.
Sorry, Brooks. I'll tell you what, I didn't even hear it. The fans were so excited about the Burger King cheeseburger goal that it actually completely drowned out. I don't even think Gavin Yates knew until the official started skating towards him and impeded his path to the goal.
All right, time to take a timeout, catch our breath, reset. It's a 4-3 game now. Binghamton still on top of the scoreboard when we come back after these messages on Fox Sports 1430.
Let's keep the fun rolling with the Buckle student of the game, Ben here in section 14 tonight. Heading right down over here. Hey buddy, I haven't seen you moving and grooving. What's your name? You have been rocking it tonight. Let's hear it for him. Dance moves and all. Woo! You know what, dude? You've been doing such a
Welcome back to Fox Sports 1430 in Binghamton, and it looks like the Black Bears are going to be shorthanded coming out of that offsides. Tyler Jurich guilty of a roughing call here with 12 minutes and 38 seconds left to go in the second period.
Yeah, I'd love to see if we can find that on the Heinz Center replay. You and I, Brooks, completely both missed it. We both watched different parts of the ice, and neither of us really caught where Jurich would have roughed somebody.
Had to be away from the play, but the referee's on top of it as Elmira holds the puck in. D'Angelo holding the blue line for the Elmira squad. And he wraps it in down low, but quickly exited the zone by Justin Samero.
I don't know why, Brooks. I feel like Ford is going to be involved in it at some way, somehow.
All right, Mac Lewis plays it up for Samero. Black Bears try to come in short-handed. One-touch passing for Samero and Lewis. Finds its way into the corner. Crunching hit laid on by Samero.
And then he caught one from Ford, an elbow right to the back of the head. Normally you see that call because they're trying to get it out of the game.
Jurich taking a seat in the box for roughing. Samero stays on the forecheck trying to pester the Elmira captain. Gullo plays it in front of Jelinski's. This could be icing.
Oh, wow, Brooks. I'm surprised they called that. Taylor Joseph made a move to go out to play that, and normally that's the barrier for not calling an icing play.
Yeah, but it's going to come all the way back into the Elmira end, so Kirkby is going to take this shorthanded draw. Walters and Boilard, the defenseman, Brett Parker, the forward, to Kirkby's right. This is to the right of the Elmira goaltender. Kirkby tries to go forward with it, and Elmira wins it, and they play it back, and Gino D'Angelo behind his own net will start the breakout for the Mammoth. D'Angelo plays it too far in front of Jelinski's. They're going to say it was tipped on the way through. But Kirkby gets over to a loose puck. Oganezov cannot play it. Would have been good if the net was empty, but instead steered back for the Russian defenseman. Luke Richards trying to start a breakout for this Elmira power play. Has not recorded a shot here in their second opportunity. They had one on their first power play. Richards with a soft shot steered back into the corner by Binghamton. There's the shot on the power play for Elmira. 20 seconds left to go in the Northeastern Striping Corporation penalty kill. Richards and Oganezov surveying their options, loading up for Sanchez. Back up to the point for Oganezov. Richards a wrister. Held in by Sanchez right at the line. Sanchez coming in, throws it right into the chest of Joseph, and Boilard actually got out of the way of the goaltender right there so that Taylor Joseph could see that puck clearly and make that save look routine.
And I honestly think, Brooks, that second goal, or the third goal for the Mammoth, was a deflection in by the defense. So Boilard learning from those mistakes, like, you know what, I'm not even going to take a chance of having that happen. However, Brooks, with 6 seconds left on this penalty, you'll notice a defender for the Mammoth all the way back in right of the blue line, because Jurich coming out of the box is a real threat to getting a Hail Mary pass to him.
A tip chance off the face-off denied by Joseph. Tyler Jurich is out of the penalty box. Elmira power play has concluded. They are 0 for 2 on the night. A couple of pile up behind the play. Tristan Mock winning a piece of Oliveri. Gavin Yates coming back the other way. Forehand, backhand over to Lopez. Tries a stuff chance denied by Rodrigue. Down in the splits. Keeping this a 1-goal game.
Yeah, and just an excellent job handling in a phone booth. Just gets up on Lopez's stick. I think if Lopez had eyes in the back of his head, he probably would have had gotten one more pass to the back door.
Rodrigue saving the puck down on his rear end. It's got to be an awkward position for that goaltender, trapping the glove on top of it while you're down in the splits. Goalies are some of the most flexible athletes that I've ever seen, and they spend a ton of time stretching before and after every game. Boilar's wrist shot off the glass stays in play. Lance Hamilton over to the loose puck all the way from Honolulu, Hawaii. He plays the puck back out into the neutral zone. Boilar grabs hold of it, plays it back in his own end. Oliveri was temporarily stripped of the puck. He gets its way back up to the point. Ford's slap shot was tipped on the way through by Tyson Kirkby. It'll find the stick of Boilar, and now the Black Bears will finally come the other way. Left over for Jurich. One-timer from Boilar off the glass. Cannot be held inside the blue by Oliveri. Black Bears will touch up. Yates couldn't be in the right spot to corral that puck. And Elmira comes the other way. McGuire, 2-on-2. Skating in through the slot, dodges a hit, throws it through the traffic. Slap chance from Hamilton. Held on to. Referee says the puck is loose. Joseph thought he had it. Backhander through the blue paint. Cleared out, and Joseph says enough of that. And he's going to melt it down himself.
And as we roll into our media timeout, Brooks, an excellent job by Taylor Joseph recovering, getting back into the area, and really making sure that the whole goal was covered while also freezing the puck, as Mathieu Boilar looked like he was going to send that all the way down to the opposite end.
11:19 left to go here in the middle period. 4-3 Black Bears lead. Back with you after these messages on Fox Sports 1430.
Or visit BinghamtonBlackBears.com.
Shut up, everybody. It's time for the Valley Dental Smile Game.
Welcome back to Fox Sports 1430. Binghamton, Black Bears, and Mammoth in a 1-goal contest here. Elmira doesn't really generate any offense on that last power play, and it leads to Gavin Yates giving the Black Bears the opportunity to score and put one in the back of the net. The 4th goal of the night for Binghamton, and the all-important Burger King burger goal.
And Brooks, it seemed like Binghamton is continuing to put that pressure on. It feels like they're going to get one more by the end of the period as the Black Bears lose the draw. Point shot from Schmidt on Taylor Joseph.
Now Brett Parker comes the other way after that puck bounced around the boards and glass, back up and out of the zone. Walters will poke it right back in behind the net of Rodrigue. Rodrigue making a couple of good saves here in this one. He's seen 23 shots so far, saved 19 of them. Black Bears are on sides on a quick re-entry. Anderson trying to find Brett Parker. Parker's knocked away from the puck, and now Justin Schmidt, former Columbus River Dragon, tying up Anderson. Down low behind the play. Elmira wanted an offensive zone call once again as they thought Brett Parker was guilty of a tripping infraction. Referees say hang on, but going the other way. Gino D'Angelo in all alone, and he scores, tying the game up at 4.
And a bittersweet moment for the fans in attendance. You know, the hometown kids scoring the game-tying goal as Kulo gets the puck and takes it to him.
.8:20 left to go. Gino D'Angelo with the goal.
And it looks like somebody just got sent to the locker room early by the officiating staff. Maybe the assistant coach, Brooks.
So the referees, Jared Matrano and Kyler Spees, getting together, talking about it with one of the linesmen. And now Coach Sherwood getting an explanation, but we are tied at 4 thanks to Gino D'Angelo for the Elmira squad. .11:40 time of the D'Angelo goal. Partial breakaway for D'Angelo is enough to put it in the back of the net past Joseph. We'll see who has the response, and looks like we're going to have a go. Jim Jensen, once a part of Justin Coachman. Jensen whiffing on the first punch. Coachman coming in with some rights, trying to connect. Now some lefts. Jensen trying to wrestle Coachman down to the ground. Gets pulled right back up. The linesman very quick to stop this one. And Jensen and Coachman headed to the box, 5 each for fighting.
And a lot of respect shown there by Coachman. Anyone willing to step to a heavyweight in this league like him, he earns a lot of respect. Jim Jensen ate quite a few punches. However, got to give that one by decision to Justin Coachman.
Time of the penalty is going to be 11:42. As we take a look at a couple of punches thrown on the Heinz Energy replay. That's actually the first penalty against Elmira tonight. Jim Jensen and Justin Coachman, 5 each for fighting. And Elmira has tied the game thanks to Gino D'Angelo. Fitzgerald will wrist one in from the red line, held on to by Roderick. And Justin Schmidt, the enforcer for this Elmira squad, 2 assists on the night. So back to the action now. Oganezov tries to clear it out of the zone. He hits the skate of Lewis. First attempt is failed, held in by Fitzgerald, looking for a tip on, out in front for Lopez. Hack and whack time for the Black Bears. It's cleaned up by Elmira. Held in though by Fitzgerald. Cudmore though plays it off the boards indirectly for Sanchez, and Elmira skates away. 4-4 contest now. They say no on the high stick and no on the hand pass, but it's a 2-on-1 coming the other way. Richards trying to drag it around Fitzgerald. Good play by the young star defenseman. And right now, Elmira with a little bit of giddy up in their step, as the Black Bears are having a hard time through the neutral zone. We're seeing a lot of chances here, Alex, end up at 2-on-1s or 3-on-2s for Elmira in period number 2.
Yeah, and Brooks, I think that fight from Justin Coachman was a little bit of a let's wake up, boys. We got to win this game.
Lopez trying to play it down for Oliveri. Stolen away by Elmira, and Jelinski's goes right between the legs of Jurich. Trying to center up for D'Angelo, looking for his second of the night. On the backhand, it's denied by Taylor Joseph. No further play at 6:55.
Yeah, and the Black Bears need to wake up here. It feels like they've lulled. You can tell their legs have slowed quite a bit this period. This is not last night's game. So the Black Bears really need to keep the pressure going, force the issue, and not allow the Mammoth to play so much time in their defensive zone.
Face off one back by Tyson Kirkby. Boilar tries to play it up to the line for Gavin Yates, and we talked with Coach Sherwood all week long here. I had the luxury of watching practice every day for the hour that it runs, and talked about getting the puck out of the zone defensively, or set plays off of face-offs, not only just offensive ones, but getting the puck out of the neutral zone, clean entries. Right there we saw Tyson Kirkby, Batu Boilar, and Gavin Yates a part of a set piece in the defensive end of just getting the puck out but not just dumping it, how to break out of the zone with control of the puck. Unfortunately right there it didn't work for the Black Bears, but McGuire's shot in and out of the glove of Joseph, but puts it right back on top of it, holding on. But it's very important for the Black Bears that they get these set plays hammered down here before you face off with Watertown next week.
100%, Brooks, and as it gets longer and longer in the playoffs, you're going to get more tired and more tired as that puck goes out of play.
Yep, 4-4 where we stand on the board. Shots on goal 25 for Binghamton, Elmira 21. Jeremy Forget and Riley McVeigh hanging out in the locker room door. McVeigh dressed as the backup tonight. Forget with the night off. Forget dressing last night did qualify for the playoffs, so the Black Bears will have 3 goaltenders on the playoff roster eligible. Samero crossing in over the line, seeing what this guy can bring to the lineup tonight. He's listed as the extra forward. Anderson starting and stopping down low. Black Bears down to 5 defensemen right now with Justin Coachman in the penalty box for fighting for the foreseeable future. Samero lost control of the puck and McGuire will backhand one out of the zone. Smith blows a tire but gets quickly back up. Given right back though to Elmira. Martia on the stretch pass over for Anderson. That's Dalton Anderson of Elmira, the assistant captain. He only chips it ahead, enough for Elmira to get a change. Connor Smith up at the blue line waiting for the puck. Coming over with Samero. Samero throws it on target and held on to by Rodriguez at 5:42. 26th shot of the night for the Black Bears. Ideal Bowling Center is where Binghamton hockey fans bowl with open bowling all week long with money-saving specials. Ideal is a great place for family, friends, company parties, and special occasions. Ideal Bowling Center located at 119 Jennings Street in Endicott. So much more than just your favorite bowling alley. It looks like we're going to have another set piece here for the Black Bears. Lopez, Thompson, and Lewis lined up for this offensive zone face-off. Lewis over to a loose puck, playing it down low just outside the trapezoid. Finds the stick of Austin Thompson, the righty, on his forehand. Gets pinned up against the boards by Schmidt. Takes a little bit of a spiel down low to the ice. Only play for Lewis is to play it to open area. Binghamton regains control of the puck as Elmira gave it away. Lopez at the line waiting for it. Thompson through traffic and down in the splits, flashing the leather is Danik Rodriguez, holding on to a puck with 5:14 left to go.
Yeah, and an excellent job by Rodriguez there. The Black Bears get an offensive chance, which feels like the first in quite some time. And an excellent shot, forcing Rodriguez to go down to the splits, but he's hot, fast with the trapper, keeps it in his glove, and melts it down.
Offensive zone face-off coming up for the Black Bears to the right of the Elmira goaltender. This is on Lopez's backhand side. Lopez tries to go forward with it. Finds its way into the corner. Stephen Ford puts on a nifty move down low to get Lopez off of his case. That puck is going to be played off the glass. D'Angelo lost an edge. Might have been taken down partially by the stick, but we continue to play on here. Walters back up to Thompson, and it chips ahead so Elmira can roll the line change. Under 5 minutes left to go here in the second period. We stand at 4-4. Stretch pass denied by Boilar. Jelinski's touching up with Gullo though, right at the blue line. Jelinski's had the second goal of the night for Elmira. He's turning around into the slot. D'Angelo fanned on it. Hack and whack time. Back on the forehand, denied by Joseph in the blue paint and out. Cudmore at the line. Shot denied by Joseph, looking for the rebound, and now he will hold on for a whistle with 4:17 left to go in the frame.
And a smart save and a smart kill by Joseph there. Black Bears scrambling in their defensive zone once again, and it just is one of those things where you got to kill that puck and get your team a change in the set play going on the face-off.
Take a timeout, come back. It's a 4-4 hockey game here in Binghamton between the Black Bears and Mammoth. Back with you after these messages on Fox 1430.
Get out your chapstick, everybody. It's time for the Triple Cities game until kiss cam. Puff her up. I know, but see, when D'Angelo There you go. How about you guys? I know the discussion is scintillating, but so is the good kiss.
Welcome back to Fox Sports 1430 in Binghamton. Elmira with a good period here, Alex, as they have outscored the Black Bears 3-2. As they're looking to inch the gap closer in the shots on goal category. They trail by 4, but where it matters the most, we're staying tied at 4-4.
Yeah, Brooks, Elmira's done an excellent job so far. After a shaky start to the period, it felt like they could possibly have what happened during the second period of yesterday's game, a runaway situation on their hands, and take a timeout, settle everything down, and now now it's all tied up.
Yeah, it looks like that timeout from Coach Constantino really paying its dividends here. They scored the next 2 goals pretty quickly after that timeout. It came back at the 16:56 mark of the period, and they scored a goal on the next shift. And about a minute later, tied the game up at 3. Oganezov at the blue line trying to give Elmira the first lead of the night. That's something that they have not had yet. As Tristan Mock dancing around Kirkby. Has Anderson on the back door but can't find him, and the Black Bears can go 3-on-2 if they hurry. Gavin Yates pushing down the left wing side over for Kirkby. Now Jurich just rolling past the outside of the post. That would have been FPHL goal number 300.
And sorry, Brooks, just an excellent opportunity by Tyler Jurich there. Really came close to putting that in the back of the net. Hit Danik Rodriguez with a changeup that just skipped by the net.
3:22 left to go here. Take a look at this Heinz Energy replay for our friends on YouTube. Kirkby passing it right away, and that gets deflected by Oganezov out in front. I think that's why it took off a little bit of that speed.
And just sent it a little wide of the post, because if Oganezov doesn't get his stick on that, I think that's in the back of the net, Brooks.
Elmira with control after the face-off, but stripped away by Oliveri. Yates over to the loose puck. Black Bears, though, cannot push the puck out of the zone. Joseph steers it on his forehand off the wall for Oliveri. Oliveri tries to clear. His try is unsuccessful. Held in by Elmira as Joseph picks up save number 21 on the night. Yarwood playing it over for Oliveri. Oliveri and Jurich now coming in. Jurich fumbled with it a little bit. I believe he knocked it out of the possession of the goaltender. Puck stays in play. Black Bears changing some forwards right now. Gavin Yates up at the blue line. Open man is Yarwood just outside the faceoff dot. Centering out in front near the goal line. They continue to whack at it. Referee lost sight of it. Horn's gonna sound.
And Brooks, I gotta say that an unfortunate situation for the Black Bears there. The official losing sight of the puck really gave up a good opportunity for Black Bears to possibly walk in on the doorstep. This puck is loose right in front of the net, and it just doesn't get cleared. Very close to possibly going in the back of the net.
I believe that goes off of the shoulder of Rodriguez, off of the stick of Jurich, stays off of the goal line, and sends us to a media timeout. No, excuse me. They're going to say no media timeout. Okay. All right, the horn sounded as if they were going to go, so we're going to stay right here. Shot put on by Smith. And D'Angelo will backhand one out of the zone softly. Smith doing a good job from behind the play on the back check. Fitzgerald trying to sidestep a hit. D'Angelo almost had his pocket picked by Anderson. But Oganezov plays it back up to the red line, where Jesse Anderson, off his return from the SPHL, will backhand it over to Colin Fitzgerald. And it's really good to see Jesse back in the lineup here. He's an added plus. It's a 2-on-1 going the other way. Anderson over for Samero. A good block by Oganezov. Puts it out in front. Somehow Rodriguez made the save while he was falling down off his foot. Coachman a slap shot. Held on to. Samero out in front. He's going to draw a crowd with 1:50 left to go as Rodriguez made the save on the Justin Coachman slap shot.
And Brooks, the official is now saying that the draw is going to go out of the zone because of the scrum, which is, I'm going to be honest, Brooks, that's an atrocious call. Normally that's only if there's extended pushing and shoving after the play. That was a normal pile up right in front of the net. That is a ridiculous call to move that out of the zone.
Neutral zone face-off with 1:15 left to go. And we got to look at it a couple times from the video room. Danny Rodriguez with his leg up in the air makes the save right on the doorstep, robbing Jesse Anderson. As the Tunes of Rihanna try to get the crowd a little lively here in the tail end of the period. Tristan Mock throws one on target. That goes out of the glove of Joseph, who he can't hang on to. Ford's wrist shot blocked by Walters into the corner where Austin Thompson finds the loose puck. And Walters will throw this one down the length of the ice. Can Lopez beat it out for icing? No. This will be an offensive zone face-off for Elmira with 88 seconds left to go in the second period.
And a really unfortunate one there, Brooks. I think Walters thought Lopez was more on his horse than he was. If Lopez is able to get that, there's a decent centering pass available.
So Tristan Mock in a one-timing spot for Elmira on this offensive zone draw to the right of Taylor Joseph. Bottom left corner of your screen. Richards goes forward with it, tries to chase after it. He scored last week against Watertown, earlier this week. Walters lost his helmet. Puck is on top of the net. And that's an immediate blown whistle. Second night in a row, Walters has lost his helmet against the Mammoth.
Second night in a row, I believe. Both times it was to Tristan Mock.
So Walters gets his helmet back from the linesman. Puck landed square on top of the net, and the referee blew that play dead immediately.
Also sent Taylor Joseph's water bottle go flying.
Don't forget, if you're listening around the concourse, post-game skate with the team. Oliveri ties up his man, Lance Hamilton. Black Bears try to fight for a loose puck. It's centered out in front. Lopez, the centerman, down low, does a good job of backing it out. They're going to say this was tipped by Martia on the way through. Rodriguez steers it over. It's a turnover for Mac Lewis, though. 1 minute left to go here in the period, 4-4 contest. Ford behind his own net, cuts in front. It's a turnover for Austin Thompson. Turnaround shot denied. Lopez over to the rebound. Down low in the game ops corner. Black Bears trying to draw their first power play of the night. Have not gotten one yet. 37 seconds left to go. Lopez stays on the forecheck. He's taken down. Away from the play, Oliveri holds it in. Faked the slap shot, got back up, tipped by Lewis. Into the corner. Black Bears sustaining pressure here in the final minute. Oliveri poked away by McGuire. He's got pressure. Coming up, is slapped right back into the zone. 15 seconds left to go for Elmira. Final push for both sides. Right at the red line, McGuire pestered from behind by Kirkby. Takes a sidestep from Oliveri. Gavin Yates with the final opportunity for the Black Bears. Yates circling behind the net. Center up, out in front. Kirkby poked it wide right before the horn. And we are going to the locker room tied at 4 with 20 minutes left to go in the contest, final game of the regular season.
And I think Kirkby saw that one in the back of the net before it even touched his stick. Unfortunately, just hit the toe of his stick and popped out to the side harmlessly. If that gets him right in the sweet meat of his stick, that's in the back of the net.
All right, Cole Parenti standing by with Gavin Yates, and we're going to go ahead and throw it down to Cole before we head to intermission. So take it away, Cole.
All right, guys, as the Black Bears walk off, I've grabbed Gavin Yates. Gavin, you had the fourth goal in that period. It's ultimately where we stand in a deadlock. Can you walk me through that one?
Yeah, just going to the net hard there. Jerks threw one on net, and I was lucky to get the rebound and bang it home.
Gavin, your team seemed to respond very nicely to Justin Coachman's scrap there at the end of the second. What does it do for a team to watch one of their teammates stand up for them?
That's huge, especially in a close game when it's tight like that. To have one of your boys step up for you, that's huge.
All right, Gavin, last one before I let you go. What does your team need to do in that third period to make sure you walk out of here with a win?
Play smart, play together, get pucks on net. We'll be all right.
Thanks, Gavin. Good luck the rest of the way. Brooks, Alex, it's our last game of the season. So I want to thank you guys for giving me this opportunity. I'll see you in the playoffs, and I'm throwing it back to you.
All right, thank you, Cole, for the very kind words. That's intern Cole Parenti, a second-year intern with the Black Bears, longest tenured intern for the Binghamton franchise. So congratulations to Cole with that honor. He's doing a great job this season, being able to do more on-air opportunities, done color a couple of times. He's done our ringside reporting for most of the season, and we're really glad he's a part of the team. We're going to take a timeout. They're getting ready for the Chuck-a-Puck finale right here during the second intermission. Back with you after these messages on Fox Sports 1430 Binghamton.
Your Binghamton Black Bears are headed back to the Commissioner's Cup playoffs for the 2023 season. Playoff tickets are on sale now. You can purchase them on the third floor of the Vision Veterans Memorial Arena by calling 607-722-7367 or visiting Ticketmaster.com. Your Binghamton Black Bears are back for year 3. Season tickets are now on sale for the 2023 and 24 hockey season in Binghamton. Stop into the Black Bears office on the third floor of the arena or give the office a call at 607-722-7367. Black Bear fans, it's now time for the Bricks Barber Company Clip of the Week.
And drives the net, trying to find the puck. Church puts it in a goal!
There he is,
It's the record, Brooks!
It's the all-time record for Tyler Jurich. Centered up by Gavin Yates. The whole team is going to come for Jay off of the backup net. The confetti has popped.
Bricks Barber Company located in the number 5 Commons at 41 South Washington Street right here in downtown Binghamton. Give them a visit today.
If you're looking to install a beautiful, durable, and handcrafted countertop, call Alice James Construction. The Southern Tier's most trusted stone fabrication will design and install your dream countertop and let you choose from a premium selection of natural stones like marble, granite, or quartzite. Stone or granite countertops starting as low as $35 per square foot installed. Schedule your free quote and receive a free sink with your countertop project. Call 607-275-5495.
You make me think of good things.
Good things.
Like calming tempers down.
Good things.
And passing them around.
So stand up and cheer with a basket of beer.
Good things. Share a good-natured Canadian Pilsner.
Are you looking for a new place to live? Lofts at JC is the official housing partner of the Binghamton Black Bears and the only luxury housing provider offering both 2 and 3 bedroom units, fully furnished for a modern living lifestyle. Lofts at JC is centrally located in the heart of the Tri-Cities area, located at 128 Grand Avenue in Johnson City. Housing applications are accepted online at loftsatjc.com. Once again, that's loftsatjc.com.
Magic 1017.
Best radio station. Keeps getting better.
Better music selection.
Best ever. Makes me feel better.
Number 1 for music and fun.
It's like the best ever.
Magic 1017. 100% local.
A wreck is a wreck. An arrest is an arrest. Alcohol, cough syrup, painkillers, sleeping pills. It doesn't matter. Impaired is impaired, and it will be prosecuted. Going out tonight? Your local police will be out too. Don't drive. Get a ride. Brought to you by your New York State Stop DWI program.
Into the slot, and Kirby scores on the one-timer.
You do not want to miss 1 minute of Binghamton Black Bear action this upcoming season. With individual game tickets as low as $10 and outstanding group rates, there is no reason to wait to get your tickets to book your group. Call 607-722-7367 or check us out online at binghamtonblackbears.com.
Don't settle for less. Ask for American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning. American Standard, built to a higher standard.
Fans, the Black Bears will be hosting the first round of the Commissioner's Cup playoffs against the Watertown Wolves. Game 2 will be on Saturday at 7 p.m. and, if necessary, Sunday at 6 p.m. Go ahead and head on over to binghamtonblackbears.com and get those tickets now and pack the building for the Commissioner's Cup playoffs.
Back with you after this on Fox Sports 1430 Binghamton. Welcome back and getting ready for the third period. We got about 30 seconds left to go. We want to welcome you back into Fox Sports 1430. 4-4 contest. Rodriguez and Tall. Through this one, we've had a fight, 8 goals, a couple of power plays. Seen some nice goals, seen some leaky ones. We've had it all here tonight. 20 minutes left to go in the regular season, Alex.
Yeah, 100% Brooks, and you really gotta, if you're the Black Bears, you have to come out strong this period. This is how essentially you're gonna set the tone for the playoffs, and it's gonna be interesting to see as we get some friendly banter back and forth. Just kind of seeing what we're waiting for here to kick this off, Brooks. Looks like it's gonna be the line of Smith, Fitzgerald, and Thompson. I think that is on the far side.
That looks like Samaro.
Samaro starting this one off. As the Black Bears win the draw, ends up on Colin Fitzgerald's stick. Yarwood passes it up to Samaro.
All right, who's going to get the first goal of the third period? Yarwood down low from behind the net, plays it off the back of the net. Self pass that Yarwood has used a whole lot in his time in the FPHL. Anderson tries to center up for Samaro out in front. Good stick by Stephen Fort to deny that scoring opportunity. As it's going to come back out of the zone. Fitzgerald marking his man Tristan Mock. Those two got tied up last night. Both got 5 for fighting. Fitzgerald's first fight of the year. 3rd of his career. Smith touching up at the line. Tries a toe drag, left the puck behind. Jensen lost his stick in the process. That allows the Black Bears to get control of the puck. And now Boilar is going to pull it back behind his own net, and right away met with pressure from Dalton Anderson. Leads to a turnover. Stuff chance denied by Joseph. Puck still available. They try to get it back to the goaltender, and he holds on to it.
And just Brooks, like I said in the beginning, way too cute in your own zone. There's no need for that sort of pass from Oliveri and Boilar, allowing the Mammoth to get offensive opportunities they never should have had.
Tyson Kirkby wins the face-off over to Oliveri. Oliveri tries to play it off the glass. His clearing attempt is thwarted. Kirkby behind his own net. A little bit of give-and-go action with Oliveri. It bounces off a couple of sticks, but finds its way over to Yates. Too hot to handle for Jurich as that goes off of the into the netting. Offensive zone face-off coming up for the Black Bears. Minute 20.
Yeah, Brooks, I don't think anybody knew where that puck was, including the official, who didn't see it hit the net, but basically heard it hit the top of the glass as it fell to the ice.
Tyson Kirkby, Gavin Yates, and Tyler Jurich. The forwards with Oliveri and Boilar on the blue line. Black Bears try to pinch in, and Boilar misses the puck. That allows D'Angelo to skate away with it. He has it poked off of his stick by Oliveri. Jelinski's can't control the puck, and that'll allow Yates to skate away with it from the red line. Yates throws on the brakes right at the Black Bear logo, dropping it over for Kirkby. Oliveri settles it down for Yates. Yates all the way across for Kirkby, trying to outweight the goaltender, but head first, making the save was Rodrigue. Now Elmira clears the puck, and they're going to say that was tipped out of play. Tyson Kirkby with a golden opportunity to extend his scoring streak to 7 straight games, denied right on the doorstep.
And honestly, if he had gone with a lollipop direct a la Pavel Datsyuk, I think that's a goal. Kirkby lays a hard shot, and Rodrigue's just able to get enough of it to keep it out of the net.
Austin Thompson wins a face-off back too cleanly over to JT Walters, and Walters behind the red line will dump it off the glass. Rodrigue comes out of his net to icing. Martillo playing it over for Hamilton. It's over Hamilton and Thompson. Can the Black Bears get over to the loose puck? They can. Thompson circling back around the face-off dot. Back up for Walters. Snapshot off the inboards. Very lively down there off the glass too. It corrals over to the stick of Dalton Anderson. Cross corner dumping for Elmira. Hamilton can't get over to the loose puck. McGuire can. Tries to center it up out in front. Lewis circling behind his own net. Has some open ice now, but maybe the puck hits a dry spot. Hops over his stick, and Coachman at the red line. I believe that banked off the linesman on the way through. Let's Elmira push it back out into neutralize, thrown right back in by Fitzgerald. A couple of forwards going off in a line change for Binghamton. Samaro peppering Mock from behind. Mock comes in, Sanchez and Samaro, college teammates at SUNY Mooresville, getting acquainted with each other on the ice. Anderson dragging around off the post, came between the legs of Rodrigue. Everybody in the building thought that Anderson had his 14th of the season. It goes off of the post, back in between the legs of the goaltender.
And Brooks, you talk about puck luck a lot. That is a huge batch of bad puck luck right there. Austin Thompson with a great scoring opportunity. Just can't catch the right edge of the post to put in the back of the net.
See what Anderson does on a follow-up shift after an almost goal to give the Black Bears the lead once again. Fitzgerald at the red line will dump it in near side. Anderson will chase after it. Cudmore's first man in. Jelinski tries to play it up. Anderson working it down low for Smith. Very low angle, denied by Rodrigue. Back up for Yarwood at the point. He steers it in on the back end where Cudmore was waiting for it. Jelinski is on his forehand. In stride. Hits D'Angelo. Has tied the game up at 4. Binghamton native Gino D'Angelo playing against his former team for the second time tonight, or second time this season. First time playing in this building as a visitor. Gullo dropping it back for Martia at the line. Forward looking for a tip from Mock on the way through. None provided. Outside the trapezoid. Jelinski's also with the Golden Knight. Throws one to the top of the crease. Tipped on by Mock, and Joseph made the save. Knocked out of the zone, and Anderson is pulled down, and the Black Bears are headed to the power play for the first time tonight.
Yeah, and Brooks, that's an easy one to call. As Anderson tries to get past, Mock just literally reaches out with his hand, pulls him down from behind. Easiest call in the world for the officials.
First power play opportunity of the night for the Black Bears. Elmira's 0 for 2. And the red hot Henny Hard Seltzer power play is back out on the ice. Yates tying up for the face-off. Black Bears get control. Black Bears finished the last night at 1 for 2. Kirkby just outside the dot, leaving it over for Yarwood. Rising snapshot, deflected. And this will come all the way out, cleared by the Elmira defense. So now the Black Bears will chase it from behind. Minute 35 on the Henny Hard Seltzer power play. Be bold, choose flavor, choose Henny Hard Seltzer. Yates' pass knocked away by Dalton Anderson's stick. McGuire will go off for a line change. D'Angelo will take his spot. D'Angelo getting power play time and penalty kill minutes here for this Elmira squad. Yarwood does get the puck over to Kirkby, a little bit too close for Ware. Yates over for Jurich. Oh, no, excuse me, that was Kirkby. His shot poked wide. A lot of open ice for Tyler Jurich. Snapshot, rifled high. Plays catch with Tyson Kirkby at the top of the umbrella. Held in by Yarwood. A couple of Black Bears standing in the same spot. Nifty stick handling play by Jurich out in front for Yarwood. Denied by Rodrigue. Down low. 45 seconds left to go in the power play for the Black Bears. Jurich circling the top of the umbrella. Deflected by Lewis into the glove of Rodrigue, and that sends us to our first timeout of the third period. Black Bears will have 37 seconds of power play time coming up when we come back right here on Fox Sports 1430 Binghamton.
One more time, everybody. Got a question for you. What time is it? It's t-shirt time. If you want a t-shirt from the World Wide Sports for the next 2 weeks,
Welcome back to Fox Sports 1430 here in Binghamton. Black Bears have 30 seconds left to go on the power play. The second unit out on the ice. Lopez will lose this face-off, and D'Angelo will try to skate away short-handed. He's given a bump and a nudge by Anderson, and Oliveri searching for the hat trick. Quarterbacking this second power play unit leaves it for Anderson to enter the zone. Oliveri at the blue line goes off the wall for Lopez. In between the dots, Lopez could have put that one on goal instead. Circles behind the net. Over for Anderson. Oliveri, a slap shot rising. Bounces off the glass back out in front. Thompson trying to turn around and put it on net. Finds its way over to Connor Smith. 5 seconds left to go. Hack and whack time as Thompson is given a couple of whacks by the Elmira defense. 2 seconds left to go on the Tristan Mock holding minor. And we are still tied here at 4.
And Brooks, this is a high-risk, high-reward situation for the Black Bears. Do you keep your current situation, which it looks like they're changing to a regular lineup rather than your power play, because you don't want to give up opportunities out of the penalty box as Matt Tubolar gets closer and closer to the away penalty box?
Power play time is up as Tristan Mock, it comes out of the open door. Binghamton power play officially 0 for 1 on the night. Lewis, though, still in control of the puck. Tries to play it down low for Lopez. Leaving it for Thompson. He collides with Cudmore. Lewis in the slot, blockered away by Rodrigue. Can the Black Bears get to the loose puck? They do. Lopez circling around the dots. Starts his engine, losing an edge a little bit and control of the puck. But Oliveri holding the blue line. Throws it to the net, tipped high by Lopez. Rebound off the side of the net. Right back to Austin Thompson, a wrist shot off the glass and right onto the stick of Josh Sanchez. Back up for Elmira, they're on sides. Shot off the glove of Joseph. Rebound still available, back up at the line for Lopez. Knocked it right back into the Elmira zone. Thompson on the forecheck. And as the last forward, he gets off on a line change. And that puck will be thrown into the glove of Joseph, who wants to hold on. Take a moment to pause. 12:33 left to go.
Also, Brooks, something to watch going forward. Richards for the Mammoth just skated the bench. Looked like he had busted his nose open, got maybe caught with his own stick or a stick on a follow through of a pass. Just bleeding buckets on his way to the bench.
The tunes of the Village People getting the crowd active here in the third period. just a little bit more than halfway remaining in regulation time. For what it's worth, all previous 10 games have been decided in regulation. D'Angelo paws it down on his forehand, and Elmira's also trying to build some confidence going into their matchup against the Danbury Hat Tricks. Just like the Black Bears are trying to eliminate the problems ahead of their Watertown matchup. So both teams playing for something here, trying to go in with a win into the playoffs. Juric's shot is blocked by the defenseman out in front. Fitzgerald fields it cleanly in between the red and blue line. And come back into their own zone, start a breakout again. Fitzgerald's passing the skates of Jelinski's. And now Ricard comes the other way, 1-on-2, gets around Fitzgerald, tries to go between his legs. Stuff chance denied by the Elmira player out in front. D'Angelo takes a bump from Kirkby out in front. Appears everybody's okay. Yates comes the other way, throws a wrist shot on target that's swallowed up by the Elmira goaltender. Make that 43 shots on the night for Binghamton. Last night, for a retrospective, or perspective, not retrospective, they had 46.
Just had a fan win a season ticket for next season, Brooks.
Andrew Maroney has just won a season ticket for next year. So congratulations to Andrew. Now Fitzgerald across the red line, tries to connect with Brett Parker. Black Bears are offsides if they touch it. They do by Anderson, and this will be a neutral zone faceoff coming up here. And it looks like a guy who comes to the arena a whole lot. Works with the Special Olympics here in the area. Got rewarded for his good deeds, and he's receiving season tickets for the 23-24 season.
Looks like it's going to go back to the same spot. Brooks got tipped out of play on that side of the ice, went right in the Black Bears bench, ended up basically running back the exact same thing, except at center ice. As Mammoth win the draw, Brooks.
Yeah, Oganezov takes the face-off win, plays it right off the penalty box glass behind the Black Bears net. That's where Elmira wants the puck for Binghamton. They've done a good job of taking it away for Binghamton, but now Smith coming the other way, puts on a toe drag move. Parker, the backhander, denied. Oganezov and Smith getting together with each other. No love share between those two as Smith arrived after Oganezov had departed.
And Smith is one of the harder shooters in this game, Brooks. On this team, he really coming from the college ranks, an incredible goal scorer for the Adrian College Bulldogs, and continued that going forward with the Black Bears.
It looks like we're going to have a 10-minute misconduct here against Elmira. This is going to be a 5-on-5 penalty. Luke Richards going to be sitting down in the box for almost the remaining portion of regulation time. So 9:04 is the time of that penalty. The Black Bears will not get a power play out of it, but Elmira going to be without one of their better players offensively for the good portion of regulation time.
And that is a mental mistake that could cost the Mammoth this game.
Mac Lewis on the near side boards gets it over to Austin Thompson, feigning on a shot. Back onto the stick of Justin Schmidt, held in by Yarwood. Lewis pokes it in down for Thompson. Thompson can't get around a loose puck though. Fitzgerald marked by the Hawaiian Lance Hamilton as Lopez touches it up for Lewis. Lewis, the Iron Man for the Black Bears, has played in what is now 53 games for Binghamton. Leads the team in games played this year. Mac Lewis, all the way from Uxbridge, Ontario, the former SUNY Oswego Laker. 10 minutes left to go in regulation time. This puck is going to be batted out of the air from Oliveri, touched up by Tristan Mock, so we will play on. Next whistle, we will have a media timeout. Ford from the point throws a wrist shot through traffic, and right on cue, Taylor Joseph earns us that whistle. 9:50 left to go in the period. Luke Richards in the box for the next 9 minutes and change, and we have 9 minutes and 50 seconds left to go in regulation time between Binghamton and Elmira right here on Fox Sports 1430.
Celebrating a birthday with the Black Bears tonight. Happy 18th birthday to Brooke Huggins. Happy 60th to Scott Craver. Trisha's 25, Nicole Berman's 19. Darcy Mower, happy 58. Aaron LaPierre is 30.
Welcome back to Fox Sports 1430 in Binghamton. We're going down the stretch here in the final time of the regular season that Elmira and Binghamton are matched up against each other. The season series is favoring the Black Bears 10-1 and 0, favoring, of course, Binghamton. The one win came in Elmira as we get ready for play here. Binghamton shooting 46-33 against Elmira.
Also, Brooks, if you look over the away penalty box, looks like Richards has taken off everything, similar to the Bash brothers in Mighty Ducks 2.
Yeah, he's going to be in there for a while, so he might as well get comfortable. Friendly reminder that the Black Bears will have a home game on Saturday at 7 p.m. It'll be the game 2 of the first round series against the Watertown Wolves. Game 1 will be at 7:35 in Watertown. We'll have radio coverage right here on Fox Sports 1430. As the puck is bouncing around the blue line right now, Gavin Yates, though, puts it back into the zone. Cross ice over for Oliveri, a little bit too far out in front of the Don. His shot from a low angle goes off the backside of Jurich, held in, though, temporarily by 13 in black, but Tristan Mock does put the puck back into the offensive side. Chopped out into the crowd by Tyson Kirkby. And this would be a deep into zone faceoff coming up for the Black Bears.
Yeah, some lucky fans in Section 2 row DD just got a free souvenir to go home with, Brooks.
Yeah, getting a good look at Derek, season ticket holder in row A of Section 2. Got to read the lineup card the night against the Columbus River Dragons. Just going to say that the Black Bears won that game 5-3, so when Derek reads the lineup card in the locker room before the game, the Black Bears are 1-0. Yates trying to clear it out, held in by Jimson. A slap shot blocked by Kirkby. D'Angelo tries a snapshot out in front. It jumbles around. Anderson off the pad of Joseph, right onto the tape of Jurich, and out of the zone for the Black Bears. Here comes Yates the other way. Throws on the brakes, trying to create some separation. Tries to find Boilar, waiting for it. It ends up behind the net. In between the hash marks, Kirkby gets over to the loose puck. Boilar, wrist shot. Save made, out in front, through the 5-hole. Where's the puck? The referee says no. I don't have any idea how that puck stayed off of the goal line. That was going through a big 5-hole of Danik Rodrigue, and then he fell on top of it. Linesman picks up the puck in the blue paint for what it's worth.
I think, Brooks, this one, if we see this on video replay, is gonna, you know what, I can't say the official was right there on the line. I think that one snuck through.
All right, here's the Heinz Energy replay. This is as close as we're gonna get. All right, there's the puck. And here it comes off of the post, and off of the back of the goaltender. Stays out. So it didn't go through the 5-hole. It actually went off the iron. So that's 2 posts that Binghamton has hit in the 3rd period. Cross-ice pass over for Connor Smith. Dances around Justin Schmidt. Smith comes in. Toe drag, he scores. Connor Smith. Adrian College, let's hear ya. Gives the Black Bears a 5-4 lead.
Some absolute toe drag swag on that one, Brooks. Got Danik Rodrigue to bite down, just put it right over top of his glove for the goal to give the Black Bears the 5-4 lead.
Well, You think you're going to get the lead a shift earlier. It goes off the post, washed out by the officials, and then Connor Smith follows it up with his 5th goal in his 6th game as a Black Bear.
Always good for your career, Brooks, when you can score almost a goal every single game.
All right, the Black Bears are now up by 1 with 8 minutes left to go in regulation. Connor Smith gets the 5th goal of the night, his 5th of the season. Justin Samero. Now Alden Smith is looking for more. Put it on target. So Samero Walters get the helpers. Bodies flying here in the 3rd period. Samero lost his stick.
In the tape of Brooks, that was one of the more unique situations right there. So the Elmira defender has a diagonal tape job down to their entire leg. Samero's stick gets caught perfectly in between the tape and gets away from him. Smith with an absolute beauty toe drag around that defender, though. Just left him in the dust, puts it in the back of the net for an easy goal.
While we have the opportunity, we want to give a special shout out to our graphics intern, Gage Mathias. Tonight is Gage's last night with the Black Bears for this season. Wants to come back next season. Done excellent work. It's been a great season for Gage. He's designed a lot of the programs that fans have seen throughout the year. Also a lot of stories that go up on the Black Bears social media on Facebook and Instagram. So we want to take that time to give Gage a special shout out for all of his hard work this season. Want to wish him best the rest of the season. And he is only in high school. And he has a bright future ahead of him. That wrist shot's deflected out of play. 7:01 left to go. Here is clock now. Not an issue yet for Elmira, but you're definitely starting to think about your opportunities coming down the stretch.
100%, Brooks. 7:01 left. You start getting eyeing towards figuring out how you want to set this up in case it gets down to the last minutes. Black Bears with a face-off deep in their own zone are going to try to win this back, clear the zone quickly, and then not try to play it off one of your fellow defenders' skates.
Yeah, boy, Lar played it right off of Oliveri. I think that might have caught him in the calf as he was trying to shake that one out. Jurich does get the red line, dump this puck in. It's going to be whacked right back out, and it could be an odd man opportunity, but Anderson has a shot deflected by Oliveri into the crowd. 6:39 left to go.
And what you prefer to see from Boylar there, hey, not played off your fellow team's calf, but he gets the puck, squeezes down here to try to stop the puck breaking out of the zone. Puck breaks out of the zone. He's got to turn his skates, get back up ice rather than finish the check and basically hit a guy who has no chance of being in the play.
Gavin Yates starts to come the other way, one-on-one against Jensen. Through the slot, Yates on the backhand trying to find Kirkby, couldn't catch up in time. Hamilton tries to steer it out of the zone. He does. Boylar's waiting for it. Cross ice, pass for Oliveri. Black Bears touch up, into the zone. Flicked high into the air. Yates soccer styles it back up to his forehand, reverses it over for Kirkby outside the face-off dot. Boylar from the line tries a wrist shot. That's blocked by Kirkby right in front of him. McGuire throws it onto the blocker, Joseph. Chases after his own rebound. Can't catch up to it as Binghamton will backhand one all the way out of the zone. Not going to make the line for icing, so that clock continues to wind. Luke Richards in the penalty box has put most of his gear back on. Just needs his gloves and his helmet. Walters cuts in front of his own net. Got to be a little careful of that, especially tonight when the Black Bears have given up 2 goals that way. But they cross the line onside. Saucering out in front for Jurich. And a rebound opportunity denied by Rodrigue. Jurich slams his stick in frustration. 1 goal away from 300 as an FPHL player. And Tyler Jurich was oh so close.
And it's crazy to think, Brooks, he was right on the doorstep there. On the secondary opportunity, Jesse Anderson gets the puck, throws it across ice. Jurich gets a great shot, and then trying to throw off Danik Rodrigue's back. Rodrigue gets the glove around and is able to kill it for the draw.
Puck flicked out of play. And this is going to be delay of game against the Mammoth.
Yep, you're right, Brooks. He's calling him out. I thought they were going to clear the zone there for a second, but it's going to be a second Mammoth headed to the box.
Delay a game at the 14:39 mark of the third period.
It's very interesting, Brooks. The penalty for delay a game is just throwing your hand into the air as you're essentially showing the motion of the puck as it goes over the board. Just an interesting thing to see.
Well, that's also delay a game for any kind of reasoning, not just puck over the glass, but that's neither here nor there. The Black Bears are back on a Henny Hard Seltzer power play. They're 0 for 1 on the night, trying to grab a much-needed insurance goal here with 5 minutes left to go in regulation time. Thompson slaps it back around the board for Connor Smith. Cudmore gets 2 minutes for delay a game. And Smith is taken down in the offensive side. Black Bears thought they might have been going on a 5-on-3. Instead, they play on. And here comes Jesse Anderson on the right wing side. Just outside the face-off hashes. Plays it back over for Oliveri. Anderson, one touch over for Lopez, sent it high. The goaltender thought he was making a pass, and Lopez held on to it, outweighted the goalie, but sent it too high, looking for the top shelf. Oliveri is going to start his engine, play it back over for Thompson. Thompson fans on a shot, takes a bump on the way through by Ford. Minute gone in the power play. 4:15 left in the contest. Oliveri loads it up for Anderson. Oliveri, a slap shot, partial fan, works it down low for Smith. Oliveri very frustrated with himself, calling for the puck back. Thompson shot blocked. Can Oliveri hold it in? He cannot. It escapes over the line. The other unit is up on the bench ready to go. Partial line change. Oliveri muscling around D'Angelo. Backhander denied. Second chance opportunity. Swallowed up by Rodrigue. And no further play with 3:48 left to go. Final media timeout. Black Bears up by 1. 28 seconds left to go in the power play when we come back right here on Fox Sports 1430. Welcome back to Fox Sports 1430 right here in Binghamton. Alex, the Black Bears have 28 seconds left to go on a power play that has really generated some chances, but has yet to find the back of the net.
100%, Brooks. A lot of scoring opportunities for the second Black Bears power play unit. However, they just couldn't get the puck in the back of the net, to the frustration of a lot of the players.
28 seconds left to go here. And then Blake Cudmore will return. Penalty box door was still open as the off-ice officials were trying to communicate with the referees a little bit. And now, shots on goal favoring Binghamton 51-35. Kirkby loses the draw. And it's good to see here, Alex, that the Black Bears going with 2 defensemen for the final 30 seconds of this power play. Fitzgerald now inside the blue line, plays it over for Yates. Fitzgerald looking to grab his 3rd goal of the season. That would be a career high for him. Fitzgerald in, down low, outside the face-off dot. Here's the stick taps coming from Joseph. Power play time is almost up. Jurich inside the dot. Had it blocked partially by D'Angelo. 5-on-5 as Cudmore has returned. Black Bears power play 0 for 2 on the night. Fitzgerald trying to slap it across for Jurich. Hit a defenseman on the way through. They do play the puck down low into the corner. Time winding down for Elmira as they try to jockey for it across the kick plate. Yarwood holds it in, down low for Jurich. Over for Kirkby, off the mask of Rodrigue. Immediately the referee blows the whistle.
Jeez Louise, Brooks. Another one right directly to the mask on a very, very hard shot. And those watching at home saw Danik Rodriguez threw his head in the path of that puck to stop it, making an ultimate sacrifice for his teams.
That was a hammering slap shot from Tyson Kirkby. Danik Rodriguez still down on the ice as the training staff from both teams attending to the Elmira goaltender. You could hear that shot all the way from up here. And that's not a sound that you want to hear ever as a broadcaster, a fan, a player. Something you just really never want to see.
No, and luckily Brooks is moving around a little bit, but you know, it's just a scary situation nonetheless.
Danik Rodriguez putting his body on the line in a 1-goal contest.
And it looks like Harley White Brooks is going to start getting ready.
Yeah, Harley White, backup goaltender for the Mammoth Club, is going to go grab his helmet. Rodriguez going to make his way up to his knees, get his helmet off. Gets a round of applause from the crowd here. He's seen 53 shots tonight and shot 53. Man, that could have been a very scary situation.
100% Brooks. It is one of those concerning situations, specifically with what we see in head injuries in sports. You know, a puck hitting you directly in the skull causes great impact. No matter how advanced the technology protecting your head, it will cause that greater impact.
Rodriguez now down on a knee. Both trainers still out there on the ice. Harley White had gone into the tunnel to grab his helmet if needed. Still has his backup hat on. And sitting down, not going through any stretching. When all this gets situated, this will be his own face-off for the Black Bears. Just under 3 minutes left to go, but it's not really on the forefront right now.
I'm honestly surprised, Brooks, that they haven't sent for Harley White, just as a generous precaution for Danik Rodriguez. You know, with how hard that shot hit, surprised they're letting him stay in this game, just out of concern for the player himself.
Well, you know that's the competitor, and Danik Rodriguez started the year in Port Huron, has beaten the Black Bears this season when he was playing with the Prowlers, trying to do so now as a member of the Mammoth squad. Looks like he's good enough to continue. The referee, Jared Matrano, checking in on the goaltender. Looks like he's going to be good to finish. Face-off won back by Elmira. And now that Rodriguez is good to continue, the next thing you have to talk about, Alex, is when do you vacate him from the net?
100% Brooks. Normally down 1 goal, you wait until under a minute left. Some teams like to get a little more aggressive in the modern hockey game. But as Parker gives away the puck behind the net.
Yeah, that's been the story of the night so far for the Black Bears, is right behind their own net. Met with pressure, they give away the puck. I think the Black Bears got away with a high stick there down low in the corner. 2:20 left to go as Lopez comes skating on in. Almost collided with the goaltender. Rodriguez wants to settle things down. Forward with a shove on Samaro, and Samaro will just laugh that one off.
Yeah, that seems like a bit of bait, Brooks. You know, trying to bait Samaro into conflict to move this this offensive zone face-off to the neutral zone.
Third period, always brought to you by our friends over at American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning. They are built to a higher standard. Remember, next Black Bears home game is coming up on Saturday against the Watertown Wolves. It'll be game 2. We don't know what the season or what the series lead will be. Friday night in Watertown, Saturday and Sunday in Binghamton, and the linesman's going to ask both guys to leave the face-off dot. One back cleanly by Mac Lewis. in and out at the blue line, though. Walters could not hold it in. And instead of an offensive zone faceoff now, it comes out into the neutral zone.
Really unlucky break there for the Black Bears, Brooks. Let's see. Walters had a little difficulty handling his stick tonight. You know, it's been a tough night for him. You have to wonder if the new baby in town has really, you know, those sleep patterns can really affect somebody, specifically someone with as vital of a circadian rhythm like a professional athlete.
Back to the action. Martia fumbled with it, but he was able to reverse it over for Oganezov. 2 minutes left to go here. Rodriguez starts to look at the bench as the Black Bears do gain control of the puck, held in though by Jelinkis. Rodriguez inching closer to the top of his crease looking for it, but as soon as he starts to make a move, Binghamton gets control of the puck and they play it right back out into the Elmira zone.
And essentially, Brooks, no one having the puck is as good right now as the Black Bears having the puck.
Coachman in his own side with it. Tries to elevate it temporarily. Jurich will tip it on. It barely dodges Rodriguez, but they say no icing. I thought that was going to be an infraction against the Black Bears. Coming the other way, 80 seconds left to go. Oganezov stripped of the puck. Martia was coming off for a line change, but Tyler Jurich had it knocked away off of his stick as I jumble over my words. Tristan Mock plays it up to the line. There goes Rodriguez. Empty attack, extra attacker now with empty net. Gives me a chance to find my words and settle down.
You know, Brooks, I don't hate that name for the extra attacker. You could call it the empty attacker, being like basically combining the empty net with the extra attacker. I don't hate that as a phrase going forward in hockey as Rodriguez heads back to his net because of the neutral zone face-off or offsides.
We'll see if he gets a head start on his way out. And Tyler Jurich backs it out to the blue line where Tristan Mock is waiting for it. Rodriguez is inching closer. Mock circles all the way around his net, and there goes Rodriguez. Joseph blockers it in behind the net. One goal game, you're not going to get your goaltender making a play for the empty net. Sanchez up to the blue line. 40 seconds remaining. Clock becomes a factor now for Elmira. Kirkby muscled off the puck, and he lost his stick in the process. He's going to try to pin it up against the wall, take some seconds off the clock, make the referee intervene. Jurich flings it out of the zone. This is going to make the line for icing, though, with 23.5 seconds left to go in the game.
And here comes out of the box after serving his 10-minute misconduct. Looks like Richards is going to be immediately on the ice. Brooks trying to warm his legs up a little bit after sitting for 10 straight minutes. Cannot be easy. Looks like there's going to be a set play. They're going to try to get a stretch pass to Richards on the opposite side of the ice.
Held in by Elmira temporarily. Oliveri gonna look for the hat trick. Gavin Yates comes the other way. Slap pass around. Oliveri tipped wide. Gavin Yates made the unselfish play trying to get it over to Oliveri as the puck is going to be knocked away. This game is over. The Black Bears win the season series 10-1. Mathieu Boilar and Stephen Ford get tied up with each other at the end of it.
Ford was the instigator in that one, Brooks, going at Boilar behind the net after the play. I was watching, ironically, as color, you kind of watch around the play rather than the puck itself, and Ford turns around and gets in Boilar's face.
You would like to see that the Black Bears get a hat trick right there for Don Oliveri, but tipped wide by the Elmira defenseman at the last chance. Final count, Binghamton 5, Elmira 4. Binghamton 10 wins in the season series, 1 for Elmira. Oganezov sharing in some hugs with some former teammates. D'Angelo doing the same. Black Bears salute the fans as the 3 stars have been passed across. We're going to stay right here. We got Cole Parenti waiting by ringside. So the team will start to make its way over to the tunnel. We already have the 3 stars of tonight's game, so we're going to go ahead and read them, brought to you by our friends over at Budweiser. With the game-winning goal tonight, his 5th of the season, Connor Smith, recognized as the 3rd star of the game. 2nd star, Gavin Yates with a goal and an assist. And the 1st star, Don Oliveri, 2 goals tonight. Is the 1st star, brought to you by our friends over at Budweiser. Waiting for the announcement to come through so we can get Cole's microphone all queued up, ready to go. Gino D'Angelo with some parting words for Tyson Kirkby and Colin Fitzgerald. Elmira has a date with Danbury, and Elmira will be hosting game 1 of that series. Black Bears will be headed to Watertown on Friday, and then their host games 2 and 3 as the higher seed. All right, now it's time as we get ready to throw it down to Cole. We don't know when his microphone's going to get hot, so we've gone ahead and turned it on. As we said before, Connor Smith, 3rd star of the night. Really proving his worth here with the Black Bears. Gavin Yates, 2nd star of the night. And Yates will absolutely chuck that t-shirt into the crowd. That one almost made it up here to me and you, Alex.
Yeah, honestly, Brooks, I was going to dive for it if the game too close.
Don Oliveri throwing that one into the crowd. Those are the Budweiser 3 stars of the game. We get ready to throw it down with Cole Parenti, who is our rinkside reporter. Just waiting one more opportunity for the big microphone to cut on, and there it is. Looks like Cole Parenti is standing by with Connor Smith. Connor and Cole, why don't you guys take it away?
Connor, you joined this team a couple weeks ago during a playoff push. You helped the cause with a game-winning goal tonight. What has this experience been for you these past few weeks?
It's been great. Everybody here has been super helpful with me. It's made the transition to this team a lot easier than it would have been.
Connor, you guys are heading into the playoffs on a heater, a bunch of games in a row. What does that do for you guys as you prepare for Watertown?
It gives us a lot of momentum going into playoffs. We just got to keep doing what we're doing.
Connor, one more before I let you go. You guys had a big offensive output these last 2 weeks. We're on about, I think, 31 goals in these past 4 games. What has been different for you guys and really clicked that caused all that?
We just put defense first. I mean, as long as you put defense first, the offense will come. So.
Thank you, Connor. Good luck in the playoffs.
Thank you.
Guys?
All right, Cole, thank you so much, and thanks, Connor, for taking the time. Final count here in Binghamton. Black Bears 5, Mammoth 4. We're going to be back with the La Quinta Inn & Suites postgame show after this on Fox Sports 1430 in Binghamton.